before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Shipwreck Podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Ship. I am really looking forward to this pod. I put it out yesterday, what I was doing, and I got some great feedback that people really looking forward to watching this pod and being involved in this pod. It's gonna be a good one. This one's gonna be more individually revealing about ourselves and things that we need to improve on. And I'm gonna start with myself. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're gonna dissect and come up with ways that we can help each other better ourselves and go from there. I had a great weekend this past weekend. It was excellent. I got to spend some time with my brothers, my former shipmates, and still shipmates, I should say, honestly. And it was just nothing but learning and love and fun. And with that being said, I'm gonna bring on my first guest that is a complete regular that everybody knows that sits on the couch and watch the pod. Ronnie, how we doing, my brother? How you doing today?
What up?
All right,
how's everything going?
Everything is going great. We're gonna get revealing. We're gonna talk about things that we all can improve on and come up with different ways and goals to do that and achieve that. And we're gonna hold each other accountable for the next 90 days, the next 3 months. I'm really, like I said, really looking forward to it. If you're watching this now, thank you for watching. All I ask is for you to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching it on Facebook, first share it. First, share it on your Facebook page because we want to get as many people as possible watching and joining the community. If you're watching and after you're done sharing it on Facebook, then go to YouTube if you don't mind and like and subscribe and watch it there as well. Again, if it's your first time watching, you're more than welcome to come and sit on the couch and let us know how you feel about the subject at hand that we're talking about, or even just what we've been talking about in general about the whole pod. So, like I said, we're going to talk about goals and how can we achieve them and how can we get there. But before we start, we always talk about what's popping. Our first subject. Oh, we got somebody else that want to come on. I'm putting them on now. Welcome, Vanessa. How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Let me get that graphic off your face. But yeah, so again, I'm looking forward to this episode. This is going to be, like I said, a vulnerable one for us to come up with ways where we can use improvement and as well as help each other. And every week, if we're going to spend at least 20 minutes or spend 20 minutes on going over how our week went and how we met our goal for that week or didn't, and just continue on from there. But as first, we always like to start about what's popping and going on with the world. And as you know, we're still at war with Iran. We tacoed again on Tuesday. Um, we Trump had the ceasefire and went back on it again and said that we're going to keep the ceasefire going because he don't know how to get out of this war, and I don't know how he's going to get out of this war. But that is what it is. There's nothing more really to talk about when it comes to that. The other thing I would say is we found out that which we kind of knew already, he was a drunken sailor, is Cash Patel, the FBI director, getting drunk to the point where they're talking about breaching the doors because they can't get to him. He's a national security risk. This entire administration is a joke. Another official just quit, or not quit, got fired. The labor secretary, because she was cheating on her husband with the assistant, and the husband was grabbing ass in the office. So it's a
Oh,
complete.
you got one more.
Who else?
Got a hear one in that. Secretary of the
Oh,
Navy's
the Navy
gone.
secretary. Yeah, the Navy secretary just left today. He just resigned today. That hasn't come out yet why specifically he came out and resigned, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the war. Pretty sure it has something to do with that and
Oh, 100%.
erratic behavior. That was another thing that came out, that the military. What kind of commander in chief do we have when we can't have the commander in chief in the situation room when we're doing high level missions?
Right.
What are we doing here? What are we
Right.
doing here? It's an absolute shit show. And the country, a lot of the country, I'll say 33% of the country, because that's where his poll numbers is. He finally hits the Bush line. 33% of his people, 33% of people still approve of him. I don't know how they do that, but they do. But anyway, how's everybody week so far? Vanessa, how's your week going so far?
It's going. We got a IEP meeting tomorrow,
Uh,
so the stress is like
yeah,
here. But other than that,
you'll get through it. You'll get through it. Ronnie, how's your week?
Great, bro. Great
Good.
week.
Great.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I
So I say, did you
gig
start
last week.
working? You started working already?
Uh, yeah, man. Last week started
Okay.
Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
outstanding. Outstanding.
Uh, yeah,
Outstanding.
I'm loving it over there. So it's pretty cool, chill. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I ain't in charge of nobody. I love it.
All right.
Yeah.
So again, let's get into this. But before we get into the main subject, VA did do their thing as well. Virginia changed the redistricting for the state, and now the
Mm-hmm.
Republicans are all upset, appalled, and stuff like that when they have no business being appalled because they started the fight. They started the fight in Texas, and I'm happy that the Democrats actually said we're going to take the fight on and not just say, play the high road. They're finally starting to fight back, and I appreciate that. I truly, truly, truly do. But before we go to that, before we go to our goals and stuff like that, because I actually have a goal for the pod itself that I'm gonna need everybody's help with. I seen a video because I know I'm constantly on Twitter and I always call it Twitter. Is mama name on Twitter? I'm always will call it Twitter. It's never gonna be X to me. And I came across this video and it was just so appalling to me on so many different levels that I wanted to share with the pod because I wanted to talk about it just on a human level of what the heck are we what is going on right now, So with that being said, before we start, we got one more person on. Miss B, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Miss B, are you there?
Talking to me?
Hey, yes, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
here. I can hear you.
welcome to the pod. This is your first time on. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
No, I was on the first few. I haven't been on in a while though, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here today.
All right. We still gonna clap it up for you because you've been back because you're
Thank
back.
you, thank you.
All right, so I think actually you're gonna be insightful for this one too because this is a dispute, a family dispute of a grandmother that was taking her grandchild, back to the mom's house. I don't know if anybody's seen this video yet, but I'm gonna play it and turn up your TV because you need me to really hear what not only the grandmother is saying, but what the child is saying, and what the mother is saying through the Ring camera. So turn up your TV so you can hear this real, hear it good, and let's go.
Yeah. When will you be back?
You say what?
When will you be back? Start preparing for a babysitter for him and see what it.
No, your son needs to start preparing for
No,
a
no, no,
babysitter
no,
because
baby.
guess
No,
what?
no. My son is not a babysitter. He got to go to work. So what you're gonna need to do,
You right.
start preparing.
I'm gonna stop it right there. The mother of the son. So this is her son's child. So she's a grandmother. She started out with, my son is not a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's a father. We are all responsible for our child, mother or daughter. I mean, like the mother isn't just responsible for the child. Both parents are responsible for the child. And for her to say he's not a babysitter, to me, shows why we're having this argument here right now, is because you're telling your son he doesn't have to have those he doesn't have to have the responsibility of being a full-time parent, or being a parent enough to be able to say, I need to make sure that my child is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else want to chime on that before I continue it on?
You nailed it.
All right. Well, let's continue on.
Yourself for a babysitter. We all got to do that.
Okay, well, tell your son to do that.
I ain't got to tell my son to do nothing. He's the baby daddy. Now he's working with you. You need to communicate better.
He don't communicate. Why would you come to my house
This
when I
is your
call him?
5-year-old child. You better
He come to
communicate
my house
better.
when I
That's
call him.
my grandson. I'm not a
Why would he come to
babysitter.
my house when I call him?
I don't have your phone number. Trust me, I would have called it. Somebody open it.
So I'm gonna just stop there for a second. I understand, and especially as a grandparent, you're not the responsible person for the child. I understand that, so I can understand how frustration somewhat. You know what I mean when it comes to the situation, but also at the same time, number one, she should not be having this conversation with the child there. That's number one. Let's start with that. Even if she just told the child stay in the car until you know what I mean. If you see, obviously says she don't have the mother's phone number. That's another issue, is communication. Everybody should be on the same page here with communication and stuff like that. Anybody else got anything to say? Because I got to rewind what the son says.
Oh, no. You
Okay.
right on.
All right.
I don't have your phone number. Trust me, I would have called it. Somebody open the door.
You go back to South Park with your daddy.
No. His dad is not in South Park. He's not a babysitter. He's a baby daddy. That means he can keep him
You didn't say I'm a
every now
babysitter.
and then. Every
I got to stop it right there. He's the baby daddy, and he can keep them every now and then. What the hell are we talking about here?
I think what she's trying to say is, one, we only see one side of this. I don't. So
Yeah, we are.
the dad might be the primary whoever, and the baby.
No, he's not the
I don't
primary.
know.
No, she.
I don't know what.
It's because the grandmother said, the grandmother said he can keep him every. He's the baby daddy. He
Right,
can keep him every now and
right.
then.
So we don't know the situation of how this works, right? We don't know that. Only thing that we hear is the mom's talking to the grandmother. Grandmother, obviously she's frustrated because she drove all the way over
Mhm.
there. Because obviously there's something else going on between her son, who should be taking care of this, not the
Yeah, the
mama,
communication is terrible.
not the
Yeah,
mama,
the communication
but
is
the mom,
absolutely
the
terrible.
grandmother must be the one that's watching the baby, and she frustrated. I'm sure she probably got on her son, and she
Mhm.
probably getting on her too. And we just in the middle of this, and she don't obviously she's not communicating it the way that we would think that she should be communicating it. And I'm not a grandparent, but I've seen how this works, where the son and the baby mother will leave it to the grandparents basically to watch their child, right?
Yeah,
And they get frustrated. It's like, but uh, they get frustrated on both ends
but
of it.
see,
And
but
yeah,
again,
she don't have that baby there.
my issue with the grandmother is I feel like she's taking the responsibility, taking him off the hook for responsibility of his child by saying he's just a baby daddy. He can get him every now and again. He's not a babysitter.
Mhm.
Like that to me is taking responsibility away from your son as his father, as a child's father, and saying all of that's on you.
I mean, I can see both
All
ways.
right, let's
Yeah,
continue.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
And then you better get a babysitter.
Mind make you think I don't have a life
I
too.
don't give a fuck what you say.
I don't give a fuck either. So
I don't like you. You better get a babysitter.
get figured out. Get the fuck
Fuck you.
away from my dog. Get the fuck away from my dog.
Fuck
Again, all of this
you.
in front of the child.
Fuck
And
you.
why is the son throwing rocks at the
Look
house?
here,
What is the,
Alma. You better get a babysitter for my grandbaby. We're not babysitters.
You were at my
We're not
dog.
babysitters.
Get the fuck away from my fucking dog.
Damn, I wish you was here.
I wish I was there too so I could slap the shit out your ass. Get the
I,
fuck away
girl,
from my house.
what the fuck you think I'm gonna be doing? What you think I'm gonna be doing? You ain't that bad.
Old hoe. Get
so
away from
you
my
probably
dog.
can't hear that well, but
I think,
the,
yeah,
the mother,
yeah,
the mother is cussing the grandmother
yeah.
out.
She said, "I wish I was there. I could
I'm
slap the
not. I'm not.
crap out of you."
I don't like.
So that's
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
no, but
You can't drop him off.
you see
Get the fuck away from my
a
motherfucking house
house. He
with your old ass.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to think. Mom is doing what she's supposed to be doing, and now the dad said, "I have to work. Her baby might not watch him. Can you watch him?" Now I'm pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That son, if the child lived there, ain't no way in hell he'd be throwing rocks at that house. And what really concerns me is
That's
she's
not.
not even concerned about her son. She ain't even mentioned her baby was there. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She didn't even mention that. She didn't even talk about her own child. That you're not concerned about the welfare of your own baby. In my opinion.
Well, and the way
Oh.
she could be
Mm-mm.
saying as well. She could be saying that I got this
Mm-hmm.
kid. I got my child all the time. It's time
To
for him to
step up.
step up.
Exactly. And that's
To
I
exactly
be
what
do
I
it
That's
was
where
all
I
the
about to
get from.
say.
time. Tag, you're it.
And the reason I get that, and the reason why I get that is because of how the mother was, because of how the grandmother is saying. What the grandmother to me is saying, he gets them every now and again. So clearly he is not the custodial
Exactly.
parent. By the fact that what she said, he gets them every now and then. So to me, this was her the time that the son was supposed to have him,
And he dumped him on his mom.
and now he's saying, I gotta work. So mom, you need to keep him. The mom is pissed off for whatever she, because she's got to keep him. And maybe this happens all the time, or maybe it's the first time. We don't know that situation. But number one, again,
We don't
you
know.
be doing this in front of the kids.
That ain't the first
Yeah,
time he's
Miss
had his
Blue.
mom watch the baby for
That
him.
part. And the mama gotta work
Yeah,
too.
Right. And mama got
yeah,
to live. She's got to go to the store. She got to go get her nails done. She's got to go have a conversation with adults that doesn't involve her job. She's allowed to have a life and not feel guilty about thinking that he should be a parent on his parenting time. And however he deals
mm,
with absences during his parenting time is for him to solve.
yeah.
No, I
I
agree. I
agree.
agree. Mama shouldn't
Absolutely.
be like that. Son does not live at that house. There's no way he's throwing rocks at the house talking
We
about
can't.
talking about
We don't
open.
know. We don't know. We
Talk
don't
about
know.
this.
We don't know the
So
upbringing
listen,
if the mom let him do that.
disrespectful to his own mama. He lived at that house. He'll be
I
throwing.
agree.
You think he would throwing rocks at that house? Talking about open the door?
Yes.
No.
Yes. And let
Not
me
in my
tell you
house,
why.
not at
And
your
let me
house,
tell you
No way.
why.
not at
Yes.
Vanessa's
And let
house.
me tell you why.
Go ahead.
Go
Because
ahead.
children listen to the people around them. So apparently the grandmother and the father is talking
Yeah.
mess about the mother, which is making the baby feel some type of way.
Mhm.
He just don't have animosity towards his mom for no reason at all. That's
I
coming
agree
from
with Butter.
somewhere.
Right.
Bubba.
And how do
Mhm.
you deal with that? I'm going to mess up your stuff. While my
Nah,
grandma's
I
yelling at
think
you, I'm with my grandma. I'm on my grandma's side of the argument right now. And we're standing
yeah.
outside, and I just want to go inside, and nobody's really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm throwing rocks.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
So my in
I
my
agree.
so
I
That's
agree.
a dysregulated little
I
boy in that video. That little boy
yeah.
is
I
dysregulated.
agree.
And so his
Absolutely.
behavior
I
is
agree.
not an indication of his normal behavior. That is
He's
not
in
how
his
he normally
emotional
Yeah.
acts.
state.
Right.
Yeah. I think is like I said, he's not getting the proper training from wherever
Right.
he's living at.
There,
Listen,
Kilo Bubba
there
believes
are no
that he doesn't
female
have a
villains in
either.
this story. There aren't. I don't know if dad is a villain. It seems like dad dumps his kid on mom and mom is fed up. But Ronnie could be equally right that the kid gets dumped on mom regardless of who's doing the dumping. That's equally possible. But they're
Yeah.
only, grandma's frustration is justified, but who she's taking it out on might not be. Mom, from what grandma is saying, it sounds like she's fed up. She's just like, figure it out, grown man. You
Yeah.
know?
I just know one side of the story, right? But if I'm a parent
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
and this the thing that did, like, I say I'm gonna come get my child. That would have been the first turn. Any of the
Mhm.
other stuff, that would have been what. No matter what me and your son going through, that's my baby. I'll be there in a second. I'm going. I'll be there.
I agree.
But tells me that her son. See, that tells me one
But
thing. Like,
again, she could be
She could be
frustrated
triggered
too.
too, though.
She,
no,
Like
no, no.
she's
I'm not.
could be
getting
I'm not.
attacked,
frustrated.
I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying that. Obviously, there's frustration.
Yeah.
Right? But it's a breaking point where grandma is taking care of this thing because she's frustrated. You know what I'm saying? We're probably,
Mhm.
you know, I'm sure, I guarantee
Yeah.
she's not going to be a
She
one
probably
sided.
is. Well,
You'll tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, go tell your mom, the baby son, or
No,
I
she
mother,
disagree with you
don't.
there.
No,
do that.
I
she don't.
disagree.
No, she
I
don't.
disagree
You
with
know
you
what I'm
because
Because
saying?
she said he
the
have
fact
him
that
sometime. That means she is
yeah,
upholding her son's
No, 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 no.
bullshit.
yeah,
So no, she's
She
not on
yeah.
her
said he can
son's
I
have
agree.
tail. She's upholding his BS.
no,
I
no, no.
she
agree
What,
with I
what,
absolves
agree
what,
with
him
you
what
of
on
she
this.
the
said,
responsibility.
no. What she
Absolutely.
said, no. What she said was he can have them sometimes, which means he has them all the time, right?
No,
So that's
No,
I
no,
rewind
no,
that
disagree. No,
sentence.
no.
that's she literally listen to what she
Rewind the whole
said.
sentence.
You ain't
Please
taking it to
replay it.
complete
Please
care.
replay it.
He said he literally said he's the baby daddy. Hold on.
rewind the tapes.
He's the baby daddy. But hold
Rewind the
on.
tapes. Rewind the tape.
He said he's the baby daddy, and he'll keep him
He's the
sometimes
baby
because
daddy.
he's the
That's
baby
the
daddy.
wrong
That's
mentality to
literally
have.
what
Number
she
one,
said.
he's the baby
Rewind it.
daddy.
I will
Rewind it.
rewind it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
Because
listen
the
to it
way
Rewind it.
again.
she
Yeah.
says it, she is saying he should only have to have
That
him
he's working with
sometimes.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell your
Yeah.
son to
Here you
I
go.
ain't got to tell my son to do nothing. He's the baby daddy. Now he's working with you. You need to communicate better.
he don't communicate. Why would you come to my house
This
when I
is
call
your
him?
5-year-old child. You better
Come to
communicate
my house
better.
when I
That's
call him.
my grandson. I'm not a
Why would you come to
babysitter.
my house when I call him?
I don't have your phone number. Trust me, I would have called it. Somebody open the door.
You go back to South Park with your daddy.
No. His
Go back
dad is
to South
not in South Park. He's not a
Park with your
babysitter.
daddy.
Hold on.
Kidding?
He's a baby daddy. That means
Go
he
back
can
to South
keep
Park
him
Please tell me
any
what
now
with
happened.
and
your
then.
Hold
daddy.
on.
You talked over
Listen
it.
to this
Yeah,
part right here.
rewind
Listen
it.
to this part right here.
Rewind.
No. His
Back to
The,
South
dad is
Park.
not in South Park. He's not a babysitter. He's a baby daddy. That means he can keep him
Please tell me what
any now
happened
and
with
then.
you. I want to
Every
know what
now and
happened with
then.
you.
You better get a babysitter.
Every now and then.
that's it.
Girl,
Every
stop
now and
it.
then he can
You're
Y'all,
keep him
asking for too
every now
much.
and then.
He's a
y'all
baby
missed the whole
daddy.
thing. Y'all missed the
You're
whole
He
thing. What
said,
expecting
that
go
too
lady,
much.
back
that
to
lady
South
said to her
Park with
son.
your daddy. Absolutely. Go back
No,
with
she
your dad. Yep.
said, yeah, right. So so it was for her to say that. No, go back to South Park with your daddy. Talk
She
to the
didn't say it like that.
grandma. She talking
No,
She
to
didn't say it like that.
nobody.
rewind
I'm
it.
not saying that was cool. First off, I'm pissed off at the daughter too. I don't like how she disrespecting her elder.
Rewind
I
it.
don't like that at all.
That's exactly what she said after the
I would
son
have
said
to wait
that
for
son
my
This
said
is
daughter
open the
to
door.
get
true,
back.
but you don't know what she done been through because it's apparent that they have had words
Again, you
before.
don't know what the dad. You
You
don't know.
don't know what I'm talking about the relationship between the grandmother and the baby's mom, the mother. You don't know
Yeah,
what
Yeah,
you don't
grandmother
know
said
what
I don't
words
like
have been
you.
she
exchanged,
didn't.
Grandmother
and
said I
she
don't like
she
you.
may
Grandma,
be at the
grandma,
in her wits
nah,
end with the grandmother.
grandma,
And she
grandma
started
didn't.
off
Because
Grandma didn't
grandmother
flip.
was on 10 from word say go, like somebody
from the
just said.
second she
Grandmother was on
started.
10 as soon as she got to the porch. She wasn't trying to talk.
No,
She wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be
she,
understanding. None of that.
Hold on, one at a
y'all
time. One at a
listen.
time. Go
Y'all,
ahead,
y'all
Miss B.
listen. How
Hmm.
grandma came up here and was like, "Hey, your son,
When you gonna be home?
She doesn't communicate better. You know what I'm saying? She
No,
ain't
she
raised her
said you
voice. She's
need to
talking a normal.
communicate.
You're missing a piece,
Rewind,
Ronnie, because
rewind,
All right,
tape.
rewind it.
She
Ronnie,
said
she's
Rewind
you
it.
Hold
putting
on,
all
before
need
we
to
rewind.
communicate.
before
Before
you
we rewind,
replay it. Can I say
I want
something?
Yeah. Yes,
yeah, go ahead.
ma'am.
She's the mother is putting all of the responsibility on the child's mother. Yes, you are correct about the words she is using, but you are missing the meaning that she is giving. So when she says you need to communicate, you need to hire a babysitter, not y'all. She's not saying y'all communicate better. She's saying you figure this mess out so that my son's not dumping it on me is the in parentheses context. Listen
Did you miss
again.
the point
But
where? Yeah. Go ahead. Did you miss the point where you
Hold
said
on, hold
he's
on.
working with you? Y'all missed that point too.
Yeah,
Did
he's
y'all miss what
working with you.
your,
No,
your
no, we heard
grandmother
that.
said?
I'm,
Okay,
I'm
so what's
Working
that
with
mean?
you.
They obviously doing
And
something.
to me, what
So,
that means, to me, what that
yeah.
means is he's working with her to get the kid every once in a while, every
That's
now
right,
and
because
then.
it's that
That's what I
that
get.
No, no,
sentence
no,
goes
no.
with the sentence before it, meaning
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
grateful you have a baby daddy who's even showing up, is what she's trying to say. He's working with you. Like there's other baby daddies who
yeah.
don't do that. That's what she's saying. She's saying,
And
shut up and be grateful for
Oh,
what you
listen.
got.
All right, I want to hear. I want to hear what Kilo Bravo got to say.
Yeah.
KB, what you
Hey
got to say?
everybody. These kind of
Welcome back to
conversations
the
can go
Love it.
sideways because we don't have all the information and we're trying to fill in the gap
Correct.
based on our own trauma because
Thank
everybody is
you.
going
true.
to tell the story from their side and what they've
Thank you.
experienced. But
That's
based
true.
All
on
I'm
what
saying.
I'm hearing, based on what I'm hearing from their grandmama, that boy is with them the most. Because she clearly said he's
Thank
working with
you.
you. So therefore, she
Yeah,
came over there. And the dad might not be keeping him because it sounds like to me the dad is working as well, and the mother is working. So the grandmother's taking the brunt of the child care. And it sounds to me that that boy's with that grandmother way more than it's not a 50-50 split. And what she's saying, he should have him sometime. He's the father. He should have him sometimes, which means do this 50-50. But it sounds like to me that child is with the grandmother way more than 50% of the time. And she's just bringing him over there saying, you need to communicate with him because it sounds to me that woman is just doing her own thing. Don't give a damn about the child because guess what? She can have her freedom. That's what, and if you read between the lines,
we're gonna listen
yeah,
to it again
because
because I don't know
Listen
all of
to
that
it.
that
yeah,
you
I
got.
did. That's what I
mm-mm.
again. Everybody's
Thank you,
gonna look
Black.
at it from
I
Look,
everybody's
appreciate
gonna
you,
look
look at
Black.
it
at
from their
it
perspective
for what
and
it
their trauma.
was.
Now,
But
could
but
that be
what?
some of your trauma you look
Yes,
at? You
I
you,
don't.
you add context
yes.
like that
So hey,
because that's
everybody
what
else
I
doing
hear.
the same damn thing.
No, I'm not.
Everybody.
She
Yes,
simply
oh, yes,
I
said
you
got
are.
contact
Yes,
like
you
that.
he's
are.
the baby daddy. She said he's the baby daddy. She can have him.
No,
He
That's
can
what he
have
said,
him every
baby
now and
daddy.
then.
Okay, sometimes. What does
That's
that
what
mean?
she said.
What's the opposite of sometimes?
No, she didn't say sometimes.
Right.
She said every now and then.
Okay, what's the opposite of
every
every
That's
now
what
now
and
and
she
then,
did.
then?
That's what she
It's
said.
all the
okay
time.
all the time. So
Right.
that means that
Exactly
he
what I
got them
No,
said.
all the
no, no.
time.
She could say y'all share the
Exactly what I
load,
said.
y'all
Okay,
something like
now we're
that.
going with
But
semantics on
she can
what
have
she could
him.
have
He can
said.
have him every now and then.
So
Or
now
guy.
see, so now we going on
Telling
where she
her
should
her
have said this.
expectations are too high.
Thanks, Black. Thank you, Black.
No, I
Because
think
grandma
what it
All right,
came
is,
we're
here.
gonna
I
listen
think
to
what it
this
is,
again.
I think what it
We,
is that us as a black community don't
No.
expect enough from black fathers. And that's just what
Nope.
Bullshit.
it boils down to.
No,
Don't
no,
go
no,
there.
No,
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 Don't
no,
no,
no, no,
don't
no,
go
no.
no,
there.
no.
We don't
Nope.
expect
Absolutely
No,
not.
enough.
no, no,
We
no,
no,
no.
Absolutely not.
we don't expect
No,
enough.
no,
We
no,
don't
no.
expect enough.
Uh-uh.
We're so
Uh-uh.
used to mothers being strong and single mothers this
No.
and
Oh,
single mothers
oh,
that.
that's
We don't
BS.
That
expect
is
That is
enough
some
that's
from
bunk.
black
BS.
men. We don't
That is
expect
some
enough from
That
BS.
is
them.
bunk.
Cause you looking at
That's
I
bunk.
mean strong black fathers on the call right now. And
And I don't doubt
I
that.
what you say?
I don't doubt that. But we looking at
Okay,
three.
but so
We
so
looking
if
at
you're looking
three,
at
not the
three right
majority.
here, if
We
you're
looking
talking
at
to three,
three, not the majority.
so how
We looking
okay,
at
so we can
three.
talk about women. If you want to go there, we can talk about
hold
women
on,
and what they don't
hold
do.
on, wait.
I promise
You ain't
there's
even
way
got to
more
go
single
there.
mothers than there are
Listen,
single
go.
fathers. Women have
Okay,
take
and now you
way
want
more
to
responsibility
now
than
we can
men
go
do.
we can go to
And we
statistics on
feel
that. Who
like
raised the
just
better
because
child?
black men
I'm,
show
I'm,
up
I'm gonna
every
go to
now and
statistics.
again, then they're being a dad. And that's not the
I'm about to
truth.
help her out.
Dads should have just
I'm
as
gonna
much
help you out. Listen,
responsibilities as mothers should
Thank you,
have.
Ronnie.
agreed.
Because I already know you about to
Can I
go
say
because
something?
I follow statistics as
Can I
well.
say something? Can I say something? You go look up the statistics and see which demographics of men are more in their lives,
Thank
and
you.
then you say what you just said. Because I
Okay, this
guarantee
is
you,
what I can tell you for sure. Because
obviously, they put this stuff out there, and it's a falsehood. Go look at the real statistics and see which demographic of men are more in their lives of their children,
That's
and
true.
okay,
then you will make a more informed decision about not what you're talking about, because you have to understand what you hear is the truth.
no, no, no. So
Lives.
no, no,
Believe
no,
that.
All
not
right.
the
So
truth.
I don't
So
have
this
four
is this
people.
is what I can tell you, and not from a statistics that I've read. Not this is what I live every day. This is what I do. So yeah, it's three wonderful fathers, black fathers, on the call right now, and I salute you guys, and I give you all the praise. And you guys keep doing what you're doing. But what I can tell you, facts from what I know and experience every day, there are not enough black men being black fathers and black role models in their children's lives. Point blank, period. And we give black men too much credit just for being there as opposed to being fathers. It's a total difference. You can be present and not be a father. And we feel like, oh, just because they're present, oh, we got to give them glory for that. No. Women
Don't
been
nobody
showing
feel
up
that way.
every day. We show up every day. And he, on this call, show up every now and then, like his mama said, baby daddy.
No,
All
no.
right.
I
Listen.
didn't get
Everybody
We
none
got
had
of
their
that.
we got
perspectives. I
Hold
didn't
on,
either.
I'm gonna give
Not one
everybody
bit of it.
a chance, but I just wanted the people that just got on to give a chance to talk. We're gonna go in the order that they came. So Holly, then Cowboy Keith, and then OJ. Holly, welcome back to the pod. How you feeling?
Who was that
Talk
who
to
was
us.
just speaking?
That was Miss B.
Miss B? Miss
Mm-hmm.
B hit the nail on the doggone head, period. I think what you have here is a different perspective, male, female perspective. But the reason why I jumped on is because the grandmother was supposed to be, should be the one with the most mature, kind of
Mm-hmm.
de-escalating the situation. To me, it seems like the grandmother escalates those situations, talks about the mother with the father in front of the child, which is a
Absolutely.
problem. That's a problem. She gonna take her son's stance, no matter he dead wrong. She seems like the type of mother that's gonna just defend him to the end of the earth, and he probably dead ass wrong. Excuse my language, but he probably is.
What if he not though, Holly?
It sounds like he is to
Okay, but
me.
it sounds like, but what if he's not? We can't go
Well,
on
you got,
sound. What if he's not?
but you going on the sound that he's not. What proof do you have that he's
Okay, well, I'm
not?
just saying,
I mean, that
hypothetically,
he
what if he's
is.
not?
Well, I'm just going when he said
I
we
start.
get him every now and then or sometime or whatever she said.
Yeah,
That was
that's why I say we
crazy.
got to listen to it again. But before we do, I want everybody else to get on first.
Okay.
And if you're watching, hit like, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, hit the share on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook and you're watching this on your TV, break out your phone, put it on Facebook, and I'm on live now, and share with people because this is a good subject. Not just this, but the next one we're about to get into. Cowboy Keith, you're up. You're
Oh, I
muted.
think I
Your
muted
thing is
myself.
muted.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Can you hear
There you
me?
go. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think
We
it's all
got you.
systemic. The way it's that's some family trauma you can hear in all of that. I worry about the child at school and he has to come home from
Sure.
that. But I worry more about when we have police come in our domestic uh, disturbances. We come, we're doing just like the police when the police come. We get that snippet like that and see what's going on. I'm glad you said we don't know actually or Black just said that we don't know what the father's doing, but it appears we know that the
Fact.
lady herself, she's lived this way to where she believes that a man could just do. You can hear from the grandmother herself that she just feels that the man could just
Mm-hmm.
come and go, and you can hear the frustration in the mother. Just feels like he needs to do something, like you were saying, Bobby, that he needs to do something and he hasn't been doing anything. The person who's hurting is the child. So I don't know how we stop that with the child, but I don't know what kind of communication the mother and the fathers had, but you can see that she's put the kid with the father, and the grandmother somehow got in. I guess the father has to go to work, and then the grandmother has to
He had
get
to go to
into
work.
it.
She
All that.
said that.
The trauma is on the kid. I don't know how we stop that, because the grandmother really feels that the father just has to be there, just like the lady said, that we just give credit to just somebody just being there just for a second. Both of them need the co-parent. Co-parenting needs to be taught in our community, and it's not.
Absolutely.
So my whole thing is that regardless of what any of them feel, I feel for that son, and I don't know how we can do something for him, because it's going to be a scenario, I feel, when the police are here doing the same thing that all of us are doing, trying to figure out what's the dynamic here, and then something bad happens, like we just seen here recently with old boy in Louisiana. Boom, all of them go. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. All right.
Come on, counsel. Come on, counsel. We want to hear from you, counsel.
I can't wait. This is gonna be.
Go ahead, Micah. You're up. We can't hear you. There you go.
All right, there we go. So good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
What up? What up?
Only reason I logged in is because I wanted to increase the number of involved Black fathers to be on the screen. So our percentages are higher. So it looks like those other folks are the outlier, and we are the real representation, right? So that's all I want to say.
Oh, wow. My God.
OJ, can you hear us? OJ, can you hear us? I can't see you, but I got you on.
You're right, Michael. We get a bad rap sometimes.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. All right, Ronnie, you got something else? I'm giving everybody a last chance before we move on to our first.
Just real quick. Like I think everybody in our perspective is our perspective, and I think I even caveated before I even said what I said was we don't know the dynamics of everybody. We hear this side of it, and obviously we're gonna look into our own I guess histories and say, hey, this is what I think it could be. That's why I said it before I even started talking, because we're getting a piece of it. We're seeing one side of it, and obviously you can't make a whole decision, because what we're doing is we're making a determination on, I don't know how long is this video, 30 seconds or so. I don't know, maybe a minute.
2 minutes.
And we taking a minute. We taking that amount of time and making a decision stating on whether this or that is happening, right? So we can't do that. We have to know both sides of it, right? We don't know the dynamics of that relationship. We just hearing what grandma is coming to do. If you really listen to what she does when she first comes up there, she's telling her, hey, this is what's going on. You two, not the dad, I'm talking about the dad and mom, you guys need to communicate better.
That's not what she said.
You know what I'm saying?
So she did say that. She did say that. Let's listen to the video again one more time. And I'm not going to stop. I'm gonna just play it. So we can all hear it one last time. All right. Here we go.
Go ahead. And then I'm gonna finish.
Mute everybody.
Here. When will you be back?
Oh, did it freeze? Oh, there you go.
When will you be back? Start preparing for a babysitter for him, and see what it.
No, your son needs to start preparing for
No,
a babysitter.
no, baby. No. My son is not a babysitter. He got to go to work. So what you're gonna need to do,
Yeah, I
start
can't
preparing
hear
yourself
if
for a
anybody else is having that
babysitter.
problem.
We all got
There's
to do
somebody's
that.
background that I hear.
I ain't got to
instead
tell
of
my
the
son
video.
to do nothing. He's the baby daddy. Now he's working with you. You need to communicate better.
He don't communicate. Why would
Huh?
he come to my house?
This is your 5-year-old
You better
child.
communicate
You
better.
better communicate better. That's my
Nope, you listen to the whole
grandson.
thing.
I'm not a babysitter.
How would I call him?
I don't have your phone number. Trust me, I would have called it. Somebody open the door.
You go back to South Park with your dad.
No. His daddy is not in South Park. He's not a babysitter. He's a baby daddy. That means he can keep him every now and then. Every now and then. You better get a babysitter. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I don't give a fuck either.
I don't like you. You better get a babysitter. Fuck you. Fuck you. Look
I'ma
here,
talk to
Alma.
you and get away from my house.
Look here, Alma. You better get a babysitter for my grandbaby. We not
You
babysitters.
said we not.
We not babysitters.
Get away from my
We
house.
not, including the daddy.
Damn,
We
I wish
not the
you was
baby
here.
daddy.
Yeah.
I wish I was there too so I can
Mm-hmm.
slap the shit out your
So,
ass. Get the
so
fuck
I,
on.
who has
girl,
heard y'all
I
need to
wish
Now
communicate?
they just fight. Now they just arguing and fighting. So I'm
I
gonna start
can't.
with you. Keep
Yeah, I
our
heard
way
it,
back.
it got freezing.
Okay, for
Yeah,
yeah. Did anybody? Could everybody else hear it pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
it real
yeah.
well.
All right,
You,
all
you
right.
got to listen to the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keith.
Can I finish?
we know for sure nobody cares about that cursing around their kids, or nobody had. You can tell that that's a normal situation. The
Yeah,
baby didn't flinch.
no,
Nobody flinched with the kid what they can hear. So that's telling enough right there.
I agree. I agree. Black.
I still feel the same way that I felt because she
Exactly.
said you need to communicate better. That don't mean that the dad is not communicating. That means that this woman could drop the baby off, their child off at the daddy house, and be gone for 2 days. Oh, I got to work tomorrow, so I can't pick him up. Oh, this. So she's just saying you need to communicate better. Let us know when you need to drop the baby off, when you gonna come pick the baby up. That's all I hear her saying. You need to communicate better. That don't mean that the child dad is not communicating. It sounds to me their mama dropped that boy off, and they may not hear from her until she get ready to come pick him up. That's what it sounds to me.
That's possible.
So
I can't say that.
so saying you need to communicate, that don't mean that the dad is not communicating. That mean the dad is, I don't know when she coming to pick him up. I don't know what her plans is. She just dropped him off. Okay, and when she said every now and then, meaning you bring the baby over to our house for us to babysit him, and we don't know when you coming back. So don't bring him over here and it be 2 or 3 days and he's over here. So every now and then, that's cool. Bring him over here. Now and then could mean 50-50. We don't know what
So
now and then mean.
see, I disagree because
I'm
if you
raising my
listen to
hand, coach. Put me in,
okay,
coach.
all right,
Yeah, I disagree
Put me
too.
in,
I
coach.
all right,
disagree.
all right. I'll
Put
put
me in,
you in right.
coach.
I'm putting you right next after I say this. I disagree with you Black, because I'm taking the words that what she's saying at face value. She literally says he's the baby daddy, and he can watch him. He can get him every now and then. That's
Okay,
the
I
word
get that.
out of her.
But you don't know how much he
Right
has the
there.
baby right now.
So that to me literally is what she's saying is he is part time. That's what
No.
she's saying.
Okay, if if if
No, it's
if
not. No,
if
that's
you
I
got,
don't get that.
hold on, if
That's
you got your
literally what
grandbaby
she's saying though.
for, if you got your grandbaby for, we're gonna say 10 months out of a year,
Hmm.
and the mama, you don't know when the mama come picking them up, and you making arrangements and you just eating it, and then you get frustrated and you say, okay, you need to communicate better.
Hmm.
You need, every now and then it's okay for you to bring them over to the house, because we don't know if the son stays with the grandmama or not. We don't, I mean, stay with his mom or not. We can speculate, but we don't know that.
Hmm.
So again, we are arguing based on half information.
Yeah, we are.
But just because somebody said, the grandmother says every now and then, doesn't mean that she's saying that he's gonna be part-time.
So
We
yeah,
don't know.
before I'm about to come to you, Miss B, I just got this last question. You can't take from what she's saying that the fact that the daddy ain't got him more than the mother. You can't. I mean, you can clearly see the daddy is a part time father from what the mother is saying. From
I
what the mother is
disagree.
saying. Okay.
I 100% disagree.
I don't get that.
I don't get that. I don't get that at
All
all.
right.
I'm like, I think
Miss
it's
B.
opposite.
So do I. I think it's opposite.
Miss B. Is she there?
Okay. So yeah, I'm here. So first of all, I appreciate everybody's opinions, right?
Mhm.
You
Shipwreck is
strong black,
baby.
you strong black man on this call. I love it. I appreciate your opinion. I don't think we're arguing, but I think a good debate is good for the soul. So ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I would like to say, now y'all backtracking, because at first y'all was like, she said y'all need to communicate. Y'all, she was putting it on
I
both of them.
never said
And then
that.
yes, y'all
I
did,
never
yes, y'all
said
did,
that.
yes, y'all
Hold
did,
on,
yes,
wait,
y'all
wait, wait.
did.
Let her
Yes, y'all
talk.
did.
I got her.
No, no,
Yeah, I
it's
got
my
you. Go
turn.
ahead.
I waited
Yes,
my
ma'am.
turn. Yes, y'all
Hmm.
did. Y'all said,
No, I didn't.
y'all said, the grandmother said, y'all need to
I said that.
communicate. And I
I
said,
did.
she never said y'all, she said you.
Hmm.
So she's putting the
Hmm.
blunt of the responsibility on the mother, as opposed to, like I said at first, it should be co-parenting. Both of them should have the same amount of responsibility to this child, because both of them laid down and made that child when nobody else present, as far as we know. when they made that baby. So I don't think it's the grandmother's responsibility. Also, I definitely think it's both the parents' responsibility, but I feel like the grandmother is a mother to her son and she gonna defend him to the death. I have a son too, and I will do the same thing. I'm gonna defend my son. Now I will handle this situation a little bit different because my son ain't gonna never be no deadbeat. But anyway, the mother is going to defend her son, period. But the mother is putting the most of the responsibility, the grandmother is putting the responsibility on the mother, as opposed to saying, hey, what can we do to help you guys co-parent together? Because don't nobody have no more responsibility than the other. No parent. The mama don't have more responsibility than the dad, and the dad don't have more responsibility than the mother. But y'all backtracking because I don't know who said it. Black, maybe you didn't say it, but one of y'all, somebody said,
Okay,
she
but
I
said
did.
y'all.
but you
She
said
said
y'all,
Hold
y'all.
on.
so
Let me
that
say
means
something.
me
No,
is part of y'all, and I didn't.
She didn't say y'all.
Let's
Go,
we good.
I'm done. Y'all go for it.
go ahead, Ronnie. And
So
then
so so
Vanessa.
this whole conversation is you know, I don't think it froze a couple times. I'm almost
She never said
positive.
y'all. She never said
Hold on.
y'all. She said
Yeah, she never
you.
said y'all.
She
She
never
never
said
said.
y'all.
Never say y'all.
She
She
put it
said
on
you.
the mother. She
Yeah.
said you need to communicate.
We're relaxed.
There she's need to communicate more. Know how to communicate in a way. I don't know. However, I do not see any other way than one. If you are a parent, and I said this at the very beginning of me speaking, we're getting this on half parts of the information. That's one. The second thing, if you're concerned about this, that mother never ever mentioned anything about her child in that situation.
Bingo.
Period. The only time that your son go back to wherever that place is with your daddy. What does that
She
say
was
about
looking
what?
at him.
Bingo.
She was
Hey,
looking
Oh
at
wait,
him.
I
She
didn't
knew he was
say a word.
eyes.
Why does she
Listen, I
need
didn't
to?
say a word.
Why does she need to?
I just,
Why does she need to?
Hold on. Let him finish, and then we come back to you, Key.
you need to go back to whatever it is with your daddy, right? How she said that. So if you want somehow or another, parents and the mom or the dad is telling this dad or this baby about her mom, what do you think that mother's talking to her son about with her dad, about his dad? You know what I mean? So don't you we doing half parts of the whole story. We don't know the dynamics of that relationship. We don't know either way. We don't know if the dad, in my opinion, I think that he's staying the baby with the parent or the grandparent, mom, and his dad, not the mother. That's just in my opinion wrong. I mean, I'm right.
I doubt it.
This is just what
Yeah, I
this is
doubt
what
it.
I get out of this, right?
Yeah.
So again, this is what I get out of it, right? So in my perspective, y'all talk. I talk
Yeah,
about my
Mhm.
I'm a grandparent.
before, right?
I'm a grandparent.
So my my point is like I got raised by my grandmother. I know what I'm saying it's my point, right? But the whole thing is like even if the child is being talked to from either side of that fence, that child is not well, in my opinion. I'm not a child. I'm not that baby. I don't know what the dynamics is. But there's no way in hell that my grandmother ever talked ill about my mom. Ever. She wouldn't even allow it. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
and I stayed with my grandmother, and my grandmother was my dad's mom. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So a lot of
Yeah.
times, like
Same situation.
it
That was
depends on
the same situation with him, with
it
the little
depends
boy.
on it depends on the dynamics of that family. We don't know it, and we're making decisions off what we have asked know about this stuff because of our own traumas and history. The mom is frustrated. The grandmother's frustrated, I should say. She's in the middle of it. She's in the
Hmm.
middle of it. She's like, you both need to you need to
She didn't say you both.
Yeah, she didn't say you both.
She
Yeah,
said you.
She didn't
that's
say.
what he keeps getting wrong. He
Yeah.
keeps
no,
getting
can you
that
Yep.
hear me?
wrong.
You
So,
steady
He
trying to
so,
keeps
defend
getting
so,
her.
that
so that,
wrong. He keeps getting that
can you hear
wrong.
me?
Yeah, we
So,
got you, but we just fixing what you're saying because she never said you both. She said you need to
no.
communicate.
I said that. I said she said you need to communicate more. Doesn't mean I own up what I say. I don't backtrack. I'll
Yeah.
never backtrack. I never backtrack on what I say, right? Because this is
Hmm.
my perspective,
Is this being
right? So the
recorded?
whole thing is
Yeah.
So
It is?
yeah,
Okay.
go back and listen to it. Go back and listen
Yeah, you'll see it later.
to this and
You'll see
listen to
what you
how I
said
started
later when the video
before.
comes
Hold
out.
on.
Yeah.
Go see what you
Go
said.
back and watch the video, sir.
Go watch the video. What
On.
you said.
I know exactly what I said. When you go back and you listen to what I said when I first started, I said before we even start on this conversation, we are listening to half-ass truth, and then I said what I had to say. If you want to
We're not talking about that. We're talking
be
about you
more
saying that
precise.
they
Yes,
said
no.
y'all.
You can't talk about people. No. You're not gonna talk
We're
about a
saying
piece
you
of it. You're gonna
misquoted
talk
the
about the
grandmother.
whole part.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. You
We're
misquoted.
just
And I
saying you
said,
misquoted the
no.
grandmother.
Just let him go back and
I
watch the
said,
recording.
I'm not gonna trip on that. You know what I'm saying? I said, even if she said that, she's telling the mom, the baby's mom, hey, you need to communicate more. Even
So
if
then
she
it's
said
you.
that, she ain't got to say y'all. Y'all is irrelevant in this whole situation. Obviously, they both
It is
need to
not.
But
communicate.
that's
In
not
my
what
It
you
opinion.
is
said.
not.
All right, Ronnie, we're gonna let Vanessa go. Go ahead, Vanessa.
Go ahead.
Um, where to start? I think the first thing I would say is that I don't think this is a situation exclusive to any race. I can't speak for any culture but my own, and I'm white, so
I
there
agree.
isn't one. I think it's a universal single parent problem. But I also think that the misogyny in the room is something that is hard to check, and it's hard to filter what you think about a situation without your misogyny getting in the way. And I don't mean you to a specific person, that's the general you, right? If you have misogyny, it filters the way you view things. And I think that as a society, we are run on misogyny, and we expect mothers, be they grandmothers or great grandmothers, aunts, whatever, the female members of the family are supposed to clean up the messes, bear the brunt, pick up the slack, remember the schedule, balance the checkbook, remember what groceries we need for the recipe, be there on time, remember who goes where. And when people separate and the female was doing the majority of those things because of the way the structure of the relationship was, and then now the man is being asked to pick some of that up. And this could be, we could switch genders. I'm not saying that this is always one direction or the other. I'm going to use what I think is happening in the video. I think the female probably always took care of the schedule and always did the things and always made sure the baby's childcare was covered when dad had to work. And now that he's got to be responsible for 50% of the things that this child is doing, he's found another woman to lean on, his mother, and she's sick of cleaning up his mess. And maybe she does express her frustration with him on that, but she's not making him fix it. She still has the baby. He still went to work. And now she's having the conversation with the co-parent instead of making him have the conversation with his co-parent. There is an imbalance of responsibility in our society. But in this video, that grandma and that boy are the victims. The baby is fine, by the way. When his mom responds to him, he says, open the door. And she says, you just go home with daddy. She changes the tone of her voice. She's not snapping at him. She's not dismissing him. She gives him enough information to continue to be secure with his grandmother and keep walking down the sidewalk. So, Ronnie, I disagree with you that she was flippant or dismissive of her child. I think she gave him a button of information because, first of all, he wasn't supposed to be on her doorstep. He's supposed to be on daddy's parenting time. I don't know. Rant's over, I guess.
We don't know. And then that if you want to do that tidbit at the beginning to him, right? And like for me, you got to use the entire piece, not just
I
the
did use the
crust. You
entire.
got to do that. So what did she say at the end? If you're gonna use again and change tone, how did her
What did
tone
she
change
say
at the end?
What did she say at the end?
Go back to wherever her dad is with your daddy.
No,
Go back to
That's what she
South
said.
Central with your
With your
said
daddy.
daddy.
the
Yeah,
That's what
that's
she
tone.
exactly
said.
the way
That's
I
what
would
she
say
Ronnie,
it.
said. Go
Ronnie,
Hey,
back with your
Vanessa
dad.
said the tone to the child, not the tone to the grandmother. The tone to the
Oh,
child,
she was
not
talking.
to the
Wait.
grandmother.
Yeah, I'm saying she calmed her
Who's
voice down when
the?
she spoke to her
Oh, no,
son.
no,
You may
no.
not agree with the structure of her sentence, but she was not rude to him or mean to
Oh,
him. She's saying, "Nope, you're going back to dad's house now," in a way that everybody
say no, no,
understood.
no, no, no,
No,
no, no,
no,
no,
no.
no. You
I'm
She's
paraphrasing. I'm
paraphrasing,
haven't
sir.
paraphrasing. I'm
don't
uh,
because
speaking of, he's
Oh
quoting
my God.
grandma.
Hold on. Let her finish, Ronnie.
Let her
that's
finish,
Let her
Ronnie.
in the
finish,
Oh
Ronnie.
my God.
Come on, let her finish.
She
Come on.
can paraphrase. Nobody has
I'm
a
I'm
memory. Everything happened.
I'm gonna paraphrase because
very
I
good memory.
No, sir.
Go ahead, Vanessa. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God.
Come on. Come on, Vanessa.
I'm going to
You or y'all rewatch the
I'm
video.
gonna paraphrase because I think that it's important to explain what the mother's message was as I received it, which was, "You're okay, go on home to daddy." And that's the end of the conversation. The child was not upset. He was with a safe person. They should not have spoken to each other, the grown-ups, the way that they
Yeah,
did.
that
They're
was
wrong for that. But
yeah.
I think their frustration is probably equally justified, even though they're not really frustrated with each other. They're
Right.
frustrated with the
Yeah.
dad.
With the
And
different
he's not
Wait,
around enough to deal with it, apparently, because he's at work, whatever.
Sugar,
But
you
let me ask you.
say that I was upset. Or you say child-
no, I
Not
said
about
he
what his
wasn't
mother
upset
said.
about the way she spoke to him.
Okay.
He was not upset about his conversation with his mother. He didn't start crying and go, "Why aren't you letting me inside?" He turned around, "Oh, okay, I'm
Because
going
he
with
don't
dad."
live
That's
there. That's
right.
why.
And started walking. That's what I was saying he wasn't upset
I
about.
don't think it's
Basically,
that he doesn't live there. I just
that
think
man
that
had
there are certain
me walk
ways that
out
people there are
years
Okay.
certain
ago.
ways that people talk to their children.
Okay.
Right.
Whether
You
we
don't
think it's
think
right or
so? I
wrong.
think so. I
yeah.
got a question,
There-
You
Shell.
said
Yeah. Go ahead.
I know you do a lot of research. Have
Mhm.
you found the other information to
I
this?
have not, but I will look forward to
Have you?
finding for the next pod.
Please look for it because again, we are all giving you our opinion based on what we think happened, and everybody trying to call everybody else wrong when it's our opinion. So I respect everybody's opinion, but if I tell somebody you need to do something, it's because they are not doing it. Point. Period. And I think every woman on this call, if their child showed up at their doorstep, they would be more concerned than go back to your daddy.
Okay.
That's just my opinion
100%.
because I
Opinion,
know if
coach.
my child showed up at my doorstep, his mama brought him over, and he's at my doorstep. I'm unlocking the door, let him in, and said, "Daddy, be home in a minute,"
She
Mm.
wasn't there.
and I'm leaving wherever I am. I'm not gonna send my child
I
back
mean,
to somebody who's at my door telling me I need to come get my child or I need to communicate better. You know what? The door is open. Let my child in, and I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna deal with you later.
Oh, so you gonna leave the
That's
1,000%.
child there
how.
by
That's
You
himself?
how.
gonna leave him by himself?
What
You
if
gonna
No,
leave him
it's a
by
chronic
himself?
No,
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 you're
problem?
not
no.
gonna leave him by
hold
himself.
on.
No, obviously
Why
Ah,
not.
hold
would
on.
we
We
if you're
all
not
on this
there?
call grew up by ourselves. Stop that.
Oh, so that's
Stop
okay
that.
No,
That's true.
they're
Well, you
Stop
know that's
against
that.
the
illegal,
law.
sir.
They're still gonna call the
Stop.
people
Stop.
on
Stop.
her.
Stop.
He need to
Stop.
be 13, sir.
Yeah, they still gonna call the
Wait,
people
wait,
on her
wait,
when they
wait.
leave them
Go
alone.
back
So
to Black.
no, that's
Then
just
all
setting
Black,
arguments need to
yourself
be in
up.
you
jail.
really leave him by
You
himself
gonna leave him
instead of
by
go with
yourself
his
because you
natural
grew up staying by
grandmother?
yourself. You grew
Right.
up not wearing a
No.
seatbelt too. But I
No,
bet
I
you wear
didn't.
it today. You know what I'm trying to
My
say.
my
Don't be
child.
like
What
My
that.
if
child.
it's a
Yes.
chronic problem?
If somebody brought my child to my front door,
Not
I'm
somebody.
opening them in.
You gonna
I'm
be like, I'm
opening
gonna
the
open the
door.
What if
door.
That's
Just
she was
put him in
at
the
grandmother.
work
house.
too?
I'm
What
gonna
if
open the
she was
door.
at
Just
work
put him in
too?
there.
What if
Okay.
it's a
How do you know
chronic
she wasn't?
problem and they do this every
Not
other
the
Oh,
truth.
weekend
what
while
if?
she's
What if?
trying to
What
have
if?
her
We're
time?
not what if. I'm
Not.
No,
saying
but I am
somebody.
what I think.
If somebody brought my child
I
to
love
my
it.
front door and said you need to find a babysitter, I'm opening the door for my child and letting them in and say I'm on my way home.
Just put him in there.
Period.
Okay.
Even
Just
if
put
that's
him
the
in there.
100%.
Period.
grandmother.
And
He'll
Even
be
if
what if
that's
fine.
the
every
grandmother.
time,
You going
what
to
if
jail,
every
sir.
time it's on dad's time, grandma brings him over
Oh, we,
early?
we don't know
And
that,
put him in the
Vanessa.
No, but
house.
I'm
We don't
asking, how
know.
That's
would
what
you
you're giving him
respond in
permission to
that
What?
case?
do. That's
How
what you're
would
giving
you
him
Okay.
respond
permission
What?
in
to
that
do.
What?
case?
What if
Just
when
put
the
him in
grandma?
there.
Hold on. Okay, so you want to play what if question? What if when the grandma left because the mama said go back to dad's house and something happened to the baby over there? What if? We can't what if. We can only go by what we saw. And I'm telling you, and I don't care how y'all feel about talking about calling the police. When the police show up at my door, I'm gonna tell them what happened. The
No,
grandma
because the
brought my
baby gonna be
baby
by
to the front
himself.
door.
You're not even
The
gonna be there to tell him what happened. The baby gonna be there by itself.
Lord
Because
have
you just
mercy.
told
Y'all
her,
need
you
to
I
just came
could
listen.
out the
agree
door
with
and told the
Listen.
you.
grandmother to put him in
Lord
there.
have mercy.
I could agree with you. Maybe I leave work and go pick him up from her.
That's I
Maybe
said
is a
that like
better
5 times.
solution.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
said that
okay,
like five
but
times.
oh, okay.
Or
But
You
I
he
out
can
am
go
here.
to 7-Eleven down the street from my job, but
Is
don't bring
my
my
right.
kid in
is
there and
my
leave him by
shit working?
himself.
Okay, but also
Even meet
maybe
me down
she's
the at the
behaving
I
this
stop.
can't wait
way.
till y'all go back and listen to this.
Maybe the
How you gonna
mom is
open the
behaving
door?
this way because this is a chronic problem
It's
where
repetitive.
dad is always
Exactly.
putting this
It's
on her
repetitive.
and she's done and they've
Okay,
already
so
gone.
why can't y'all look at the chronic problem being the mother always putting it
Of
on the
course,
grandmother?
of
Why
course,
can't
because
y'all
I'm
look at it that
listening to
way?
what the
The
grandmother
reason
Because
why I
the
said.
can't, the reason
grandmother's
why I
mind
can't is
frame
because of what
is
the
he the
grandmother
baby
Right.
says.
daddy.
Because of
He'll
That's
what
keep
why I
the
him
can't.
every
grandmother
now
is
and
saying.
then. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
can't. That's
why.
why I can't.
Because
Because
the
she literally
grandmother's mind
says,
frame. The grandmother say he just the
yeah,
baby daddy. He can keep him every now and then.
yep,
Hmm.
That's why.
yep.
And if
Right.
the grandmother was
That's
like,
Okay,
why.
so
hey,
he
he
can
got
keep
this
him
baby
every now
all the
and then.
time. Hold
Why?
what you got.
Because he's
Hold
having them
what you got.
100%
You
of the
ask your
time.
question, allow me to answer. You ask a question,
That's not.
allow me to answer.
You make it. You are literally putting that in your own mind there, Black. Because that's not
That's
what
not
she
what she
said. We're taking
said.
literally the
Okay, but
facts of what she
y'all
said.
taking what she said as every now and then, meaning like he can only keep him 10%
Right.
of the time or 20% of the
No, no,
time.
no,
Right.
no, 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 no.
Yes, yes, y'all
Listen to
are.
every
Yes.
the entire
I
sentence. The
agree. I
entire
agree,
sentence
Black.
is he's a baby daddy. He's not a babysitter. He can keep him every now and
Okay,
then.
so
That's what she
You
what's
need
said.
every
to
now
find
and
a
then?
babysitter.
You need to find a baby. So to me, tells me that the baby is with him part
No,
time.
how'd you get
Not
that?
even
No,
part time. Every
no,
now
I
and
don't get
That's
then.
that.
what she
Every
said.
now and
That's
No.
what
then.
the grandmother said.
Every
Every
now and
now
then.
and
It's not
then.
even
Okay,
part
so
time.
hold on. So if somebody if I got some if somebody came and said you can do this every now and then, that means that I'm doing it all the time now. I'm
Facts.
tired of doing it
That is a
all the
fact.
time. I'm
I
doing it
need you to
part.
look,
I
get the
can do every
Ebonics
do it now
dictionary,
and
sir.
then.
You
Not the
taking a
truth.
piece. What you doing, Black, is you cutting out a piece of the sentence and then you
No,
adding your own
No, I'm not.
context to it
Yes, you are.
instead
Absolutely
no,
of taking
not.
the
no, you're
Yes, you
for
not.
what it
absolutely
is.
are.
Absolutely not.
You're not taking the
So
sentence for
wait,
what the
I
sentence
wait.
really is.
Hey, real quick. Can I say something? Mom is saying.
Go
I
ahead.
just want you guys to listen. If
Okay.
grandmother is saying my son can keep him every now and then, that means what? That means that
Your
he's already keeping them
expectations
every
are
That
now
too
and
means
then. No,
high. Lower your
wait. Hear me out.
expectations.
Wait,
You just
no,
That's
asked
what
a
it
no,
go
means.
ahead.
it's
question.
not.
Lower your expectations.
Can I finish? I just want to make this.
Yeah.
I want to build. So if grandmother's saying, "Hey, mama can keep him," I'm sorry, the daddy, whatever you want to call it, can keep him every now and then.
The
What
baby
does that
daddy.
suggest? Wait? Is that suggesting that he's keeping them every now and then now, or is that suggesting that he's keeping them a lot, but he should be keeping them only every now and then? Which one do you guys think it
I'm
is?
not gonna go with suggestion.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go with
I'm
what it's
yeah.
asking.
saying.
Go
It
with
is
what it
I'm
saying.
is.
asking the
It is
question.
saying you can keep them every
Yeah,
Answer,
now
just
and
answer
every
then.
so,
now
I'm
and
just going.
then.
So
that
okay,
some other
Either way, either
if
way,
he's listen, if
either
grandmother
way, either way.
listen, hey y'all, if grandma can
But the
keep out then, that means that would suggest in my that he's already more than every now and then. Does that make sense? Because if he's already doing it
No,
every
no,
now and then,
no,
no,
it
it
would
does
be
not
No,
like,
it
make
doesn't
sense.
make
The
hold
sense.
on,
opposite of what
No,
she
It doesn't
said.
make
That's
no,
sense.
hear me
the
out.
and
complete opposite of what she
even if
said.
that's the grandmother's
Hold
mind
on,
frame, let's just take what you said as face
go ahead,
value. He keep him all the
go
time,
ahead.
but the grandmother saying he ain't got to keep him all the time. He can keep him every now and then. That's still a messed up way to think about
That's
it.
the messed way. Yeah,
No,
that's
you
messed
can't
But
way.
That's a
flip
she
messed
flop.
talked
up
No,
way
like
to
but you
think
we're
gotta.
not
about it.
flip flopping. We're
He
not
keep him
flip
all the
flopping. You got
time,
to
but
stand on what you
he only needs
said.
to keep him every
You
now
have
and
to
then.
stand on what you
Stop it.
said.
Stop
she's
it.
not
Right,
flip
And I'm
but
flopping.
standing on it.
philosophy
And I'm
didn't
standing
work.
on it.
She's not flip
I'm
Philosophy
Stand
flopping.
just
didn't
on
trying to
work.
what you
take what you're
said.
saying and give you credit for what you're saying. Let's just say the father is keeping him all the time, but now the grandmother's like,
Mhm.
no, he can only keep him every now and then. Why? Why is
What
every
you
now
Because
and
mean?
he
then
ain't
Why?
keeping the
okay?
What you mean?
kids.
You
He's
Why
not
you
is every
keeping
now
literally
the
and
just
then
said
kids.
that.
okay?
All of y'all literally just said obviously that he isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's what y'all said,
You're not listening,
right?
sir.
You
And you
gotta
I'm
She's
gonna
can't
get
go
you
back
playing
can't
on
devil's
mute.
past.
I'm gonna go
advocate
back
with
on
You're
you,
mute because you're
trying
not
Ronnie.
to.
listening. Or
She
maybe you
playing devil's
listening, but you're not
advocate.
trying to listen for understanding. So
I,
I'm
I
gonna go
can't
back
wait
on
till
mute.
y'all go back
Yeah.
and listen
Bye.
to it.
Can I
I
just say one
cannot.
thing? she
Hold on,
also said
go ahead.
he is not a babysitter. So that to me says he ain't keeping him. He
Right.
said he is not a babysitter. He
He's
can
a
keep
baby
him every
daddy.
now and then. He a
Yes,
He's a
baby
ma'am.
baby
daddy.
daddy. That
Yes,
He
part.
ain't
ma'am.
That
keeping
was
that baby all the time.
Jazz. That was after
Oh,
he's
that
keeping
to
them a
me,
lot more
she's
than
saying that
what she
he
is.
keep the baby
Right.
all the time. He's the
No.
No.
babysitter.
Right.
That's what that's.
No.
Oh
No.
my
No,
gosh,
how
stop,
we
Every
can-
stop,
word out of
man.
I
grandma's
do.
mouth
No.
was
Hey, Bobby, can I say
permission for
something for a
her
sec?
son to be a
Yeah,
part-time
yeah.
father.
I do kind of very smallly understand what they're saying now. I can see that perspective of what Ronnie and Black. I can see now where they hear it that way. I do understand what you're saying. Where it seems like that he can have all the time, and the grandmother is saying that, hey, he have them all the time. It should be every now and then, not all the time. I hear how they see that, so I see how we have different perspectives on either way. So that's why
Thank you,
I'm just
thank you,
That
Keith.
ain't what she
I do
said.
understand.
That
Thank
ain't
you.
what she
It could come
said.
out
That's
that
not
way,
what she
but
said.
I
She
don't
didn't
That
say
ain't what
he
she
has him
said.
all the
but I don't
time.
believe that to be the case though on this
You got to
situation.
realize too,
And
Okay,
Keith.
okay,
well,
Think
listen to
about
what
this,
she
Keith.
said.
Think about
Hold on,
this,
wait.
I,
y'all.
But
If he was had that baby all the time and that mother never had that baby or very rarely had that baby, trust and believe me, she would have said it. She would have shown up said
That
it. You
part.
don't even keep your
That
own
part.
I
baby.
You
agree.
don't do
She the
nothing. You
demeanor that
always sit
grandmother
still.
had.
that's
that's
And I
Yep.
speculation.
think the thing is pulling the onion all the way back. The
I'll say
grandmother
something.
don't even like her.
Huh?
She went to her house without calling. She don't even have her phone
she
number.
don't even have
So
a
that was a
phone number.
disaster waiting to happen. And then the way
Yeah.
no matter what you're doing, your
And then the
approach is
baby
going to
like
determine
five. The baby 5, and you don't have the
your
baby mama
approach.
phone number
Hey, I'm
after
calm.
5 years.
Your approach to any situation is going to determine
I'm
the
told you,
outcome.
yes,
If
you
she
were
had
hating.
walked up to that door and say, "Hey, Keisha, we here. I got Junior. Are you here? What time you'll be back?" That would have
Right.
been completely different. The grandmother
But
is
Holly,
just as
what
screwed
what
up
if this not
as the mama.
what if this is not the first time where the baby, I mean, where the grandmother is constantly trying to
I thought we
contact her?
weren't doing
She got to
that.
come over there.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I thought we
Because
weren't doing that.
That's
again,
true.
Black, like I said, your approach, she didn't get anything
What if it is
accomplished.
the
She
first
got
time?
zero accomplished. She is the elder
There
in
go
the
that what if.
situation,
There go that
and
what
she
if.
didn't get anything accomplished. She didn't establish
We've
no
been what if it
communication.
all day, so
She
don't
did
start
not
because I said it.
determine. She did not determine what time she would be coming
I
home. She didn't get anything.
I
All her
okay.
goals was null and
I
void when she
I
walked up to the door with her little funky
Absolutely.
attitude.
That part.
I agree that the grandmother did not handle it correctly. She should have been the
We said
calm
Yeah,
that.
we
voice.
all agree.
We all,
We all
yeah,
said
that's what
that.
I'm saying. We all agree that. We
Everybody
all agree
on
to
that.
that.
Yeah.
So saying how the grandmother handled it, we all agree that she didn't handle it correctly. But what we have our differences is why she did and filling in the gaps on why she did what she did. That's the issue. And again, we can go until the cows come home about how
That's
we
right.
feel, and it's all based on how we grew up,
Right.
how we all this. So again, I
Mhm.
respect all y'all opinion. I just think that that child is with the grandmother, which is the dad's mother, more than she's with her own. Mommy, I'm sorry, with his own mom, because he didn't say, "Mommy, let me in the house." He didn't say that.
Yeah,
He
He didn't
did.
say
He
that.
said,
I would say
"Open the
that
door."
Because
He
he
said,
if
He
that
said,
was
"Open the
his
open the
door."
house,
door.
opened the door.
if
Why
that
Yeah,
he
was
he
didn't
his
say?
said that.
Why
house,
he didn't say, "Grandmother, take me back to my daddy"?
because she
That
brought him over
part.
there, she's like,
he
"I'm about
did
to
say
take you to
open the
your
door.
mama house."
He said,
He
open
did
the
say
Hey,
open
door.
it.
Black.
Yes, he did. He
Hey,
said,
Open
"Mama,
the
Black.
open
door.
the
He
door."
said open
If
the
that
door.
mother
But he
was
didn't
as
say.
deadbeat as y'all trying to make her out to be, that grandma would have put it out on Front
We,
Street.
Right.
we didn't
Right.
say she was a
She
deadbeat.
would have
I
put
agree
it
with
on
that.
strike.
No, no.
She would
What
have
I
been
Just as
like, "You
mad as she
never
was,
got this
we didn't
baby."
call
Da,
you
da,
and
da,
I
da,
don't
da, da,
like
da, da,
you.
da. She
That's
said
another
all
Bobby,
of
we
that.
different
didn't
thing.
call the
can I
mama
say
a
But
this
it's
before we
so
deadbeat.
go
We
it's
didn't.
so
before we
easy
get
for
back?
y'all to defend the mother, but then y'all calling the dad a deadbeat.
Correct.
I'm going off of what the grandmom's
His
saying. That's
own
I'm going
mama
off the
is the one
fact
who
what
said
the
it.
grandmom's saying. And I think what, and I didn't get what you were saying at first, Vanessa, when you said she was lowering expectations, but I completely understand what you're saying now. That's exactly what the to me, what the grandma was saying is he can't keep this baby, as much as you want him to. He can keep this baby every now and then. Which is so
That
whatever
suggests
so you think
that
you're supposed
suggests
to
he's
think you're
capable
supposed to
of a
get
lot more than
you're
she
supposed to get
thinks.
him every
That's just my
and one
thoughts.
thing I'm one thing I'm also say, and keeping them go to you is obviously in this situation, they need to have something written down from a court
Yep.
Correct.
that every other
Well, yeah.
weekend, every other Wednesday,
It
I mean,
won't.
they
It
need
won't
something
matter.
in
It won't
writing
matter.
instead of the free. It may not matter. It may not matter, but it's still that way you can say this is when you're supposed to have them, when you're
True.
not
True.
supposed to
True
have them,
that.
and
True
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah. All I was saying,
So here's
And just go
I
from there.
wasn't gonna say
I'm sorry,
anything.
go ahead, Keith.
I I don't know which way it is with this parent, and I'm just an advocate for the kid. I'm the kid advocate because that's all I do. But I
Yeah.
like this conversation that we're having. This is a very good conversation to know that when law enforcement and CPS does come out, this is exactly what happens. And I'm glad we're all having this conversation. even whatever happens between the parents and the grandparents, I just hope we just focus on that child because
I think it's
that's
worse
it.
than if police came out because
I think so
we
too.
are all black. I know Vanessa, you ain't black, but you black.
Yeah, Vanessa.
So and we think we know how we think and we know what we've been through, so we can have these kind of conversations
Yeah,
and dialogue and point the finger here and there. But when you have somebody that is not from us having
yeah,
had our
yeah.
experiences, they're gonna look at us based on their lens.
Hmm.
So it is how other people think of us or coming into a situation where they got to decipher on where this person left out this and this person left out that, and you ain't telling me the whole truth, and
Yeah,
I'm looking at this right here, so this is what I think happened, and you be like, how the hell you get that from what I just told you?
but
So
that's what
yes,
we
from that
did.
perspective, this conversation is great because it's we filling in the blanks on what we think happened based on
Yeah.
our own experiences.
And
So great.
words matter though. See, that's what's happening here. Words matter. We're
Words
even
matters.
debating on what actually we have to repeat it so many times because words matter and how they said it. If it's
Words.
y'all or you all, him, you and her, we went back and forth on that. So it
Yeah,
really does matter.
yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Even like I'm with you, Keith. Go back at the beginning and listen to what I said before I even started talking. My most important objective was the kid, right? You go back and that's how I started before I even got into any of this gambit. It's like, why is this child here? That's the one thing. Like, why is he? He shouldn't have been there. We already agreed to that, right? Early. This
We
was like
agree,
in
yeah.
the very
Yeah.
beginning of all of this, right? But the whole point is like, what frustrated the grandmother so much? If her son is only keeping this child for a little bit of time, what point of not having that child did it frustrate the grandmother to bring him to his mother's house? That to me doesn't make any sense. If he's only keeping him a short amount of time, what mother? So you to your
Vanessa has an answer to that.
Okay,
Okay,
Vanessa
so
has the
so
answer. Go
tell me
ahead,
this.
Vanessa.
yes,
Tell
ma'am. Go
me
ahead.
Hold
this.
on,
What
hold on,
No,
Miss
go
B.
ahead. Let her go.
Yes.
Let her go.
Okay, go ahead.
what
Go ahead, Miss B.
frustrated the mother so much to where she's saying, "No,
Mhm.
your son needs to deal with this." What frustrated the mother so much?
Right.
Maybe because the
Well,
dad don't have the son. Maybe because this is a
mm,
reoccurring event. So you talking about what frustrated the grandmother? What frustrated the mother?
Right.
What? Y'all not looking at
We
it from
all
the
have to
mom's point of view.
And
That's what
in
this boils
none of
down to.
Yeah, yes, we
and
are.
no.
No,
none of
you're
the
not.
feedback.
We
Let
need to
me
look at
read this question because I want you guys to answer this question. This
the
came from Jamal. She said, "Not a sitter, not a babysitter. He's a baby daddy. Is that to indicate that when the mother has the kid and has to go to work, that she needs to find a sitter?" That's what it sounds like
Thank
to
you,
me.
Jamal. Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me. That when the mom has to go to work, she needs to find a sitter. That's what it
But
sounds
if
like.
we're co-parenting and we both have the
Yeah.
best interest of the child at heart, if the father is available to keep the kid, then why not the father keep the kid?
We
I
add
will
in a
say,
lot of
it,
stuff.
we will
it's the
say, yeah,
ifs.
because the father
It's
was
the
not, the
ifs.
father had to go to work, and that's why the grandma
Okay.
had it. 'Cause that's what the
Right.
grandma said.
So let's play with that premise, okay? Because that
What if?
explained like that could be that makes a lot of sense. So the
Hmm.
child is with the father, the mother goes to work, and now the father goes to
Has to go
work.
to
And
work.
somehow it's the mother's
The
problem to
mother's
solve where the
responsibility
child
to get a
goes when the
babysitter.
father left for work. How? How is it the
Why?
mother's responsibility? Why don't they have an agreement? Or if grandma is the agreement, why is she mad at mom that mom had to go to
Yeah,
Yeah.
work?
exactly.
Why is
That
it on her? And I
exactly.
have to say this because what I know of the fantastic men in front of me right now, we've
That
been talking
part.
on this podcast since COVID. I've been involved in this podcast with especially the
Yeah.
three of you, four of you. Bobby, I wasn't counting you just now. I don't know why. Okay, I know what exceptional men you are. I know your hearts. I know how you think about things. I know how you care about people. I hear you argue and debate things all the time. You are exceptional men, and you need to give yourself more credit for being so far above the bar because the bar is hell. And I'm telling you, it's it's so frequently not the mom. And I don't care what anybody says about how like the statistics and
Absolutely.
I'm telling you right now, the bar is in hell's basement.
The
It
the
is
bar is too low.
it's
What I said
too
at
low.
first.
Our
It's too
society
low.
is set up to put all of this on mothers, and you're exceptional, and you can't wrap that your brains around acting like a man that the women in this podcast think this man is right now. But what I
Yep.
did notice is as exceptional as all of you are, very few of you had criticism for how the man is treating his son.
That
I know
part.
he's not in the video, but his absence should speak volumes to you. Why are these two women solving this problem on their own? It
Without
should
the
be a
dad.
man and a woman solving this problem.
She
Grandma
at
should
work
not be.
too.
Correct.
That's
She
the
at work
question
I
I
too.
agree.
had. I have the same question as Vanessa.
Listen.
How did the son end up with grandma in the first place? That's
That
my.
part.
I'm right there with
Okay,
Vanessa.
we getting to it now.
What happened?
I think that really came from the father. From the father had
That's his part. That's his part.
responsibility, and then it got
Mom,
On the
laid on to the
grandmother.
mother.
Here,
I don't
mom.
think any
They
man
got
here would do
to the
that.
mother.
Any man would. I wouldn't make my mom do that. No man here would do that.
No, this is an
No man.
exceptional
We not
collection of
talking about
And we
people.
doing
y'all.
the
We not talking
tidbits of
about
the
y'all.
information.
Y'all just defending him.
Yeah, because we don't know, because
Yeah.
it could have been the
Yeah.
father had the baby the day before, and the mother didn't come pick him up because she had to go to work, and the father got to go to work, and it was like, no, you're supposed to come pick him up this morning, or you supposed to
Possible.
come picking him up last night. So now the mother's at work, like, no, your mama can keep him. She ain't doing nothing. And it's like,
Go
no,
back
if
to
you got to
South
go to
Central
work,
with your daddy.
go to get a babysitter because you supposed to have a child right now. So again, we don't have all the information, and we can just go on and on and on about the what ifs and the speculations. But
Mm-hmm.
just because, and I think Jamal raised a good point. The grandmother did say you need to find a babysitter, and I'm not your babysitter. So to me, it
What about the
sounds
father?
like
What about the
that
father? What
the
about the
Why
father,
the
father?
daddy don't need to find a
Why
babysitter?
didn't he need to find a babysitter?
because
That part.
okay,
So
hold on, his mother could be his babysitter. We don't know. He could be paying his mom. Be like, mom, when
Okay,
I'm
well
at work,
then
you
she needs
keep
to
the
be on
baby.
her job.
Yeah.
What?
If he's paying his mama to
Yeah.
She
babysit,
funny.
Keep the
she needs to be
babysitter.
on her
I
Okay,
job.
love it.
so so every time the
No.
mother and the dad go to work, then the dad's mom got to keep the child.
No. One of them have to. Both of them have to get together and find a babysitter. Both of them.
It's
Why
called
would they switch
co-parenting.
parenting time while they're both on the
It's
clock?
not one person's responsibility. It should
It's
be
both.
both
Right.
of their
It's both.
responsibility. It's called
Okay, so if
co-parenting.
we are
Or
co-parenting, hold on, and Bobby, I know you went through this.
Mhm.
We are co-parenting,
Mhm.
50-50. I got them 2 weeks, you got them 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Whose responsibility and when Gina got the child for babysitting?
Well, if it was my turn to have the kids, I'm responsible.
No. It's Gina's turn. It's Gina's turn. It's Gina's
Gina's
2 weeks.
responsible. It's Gina. She should be
Okay.
responsible for
Okay.
she gotta work
So
with whatever she want to do.
Right.
exactly. So when you got the kid, it's your responsibility, right?
Correct.
That answers my question.
No,
Because if
because
if
No,
it's
why would
no,
they
Who
no,
got the
switch
kid?
whose
no,
turn it is while they're
no.
both
Because
on the
if
clock? Grandma is saying it's time for daddy to clock out. Daddy's time is over. Mommy's time started. Why would they do that on the clock?
hold on. She just said you need to find a babysitter. So what if she's bringing it's not the dad's responsibility right now for the child?
The dad had
apparently
the kids.
the
Why
baby was with the grandmother,
The dad had the kids.
the dad had the kid?
Okay,
the
That's how
dad
he
had the
got to the mom.
baby.
okay, maybe y'all not.
So
I'm not saying the
so
will. Okay,
here's think
I
about this
just said
situation.
that the mother was
Oh,
supposed to pick the child up at six
you're
o'clock the night
assuming that.
before.
You're
Oh,
assuming
okay.
Huh?
that.
You're right.
You're
I'm just
assuming
saying
that.
everything.
We all
The
assuming.
That's
last
called
hour been an assumption.
speculation.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
entire
Speculation.
But
conversation has
Right.
been an
But what
assumption.
we're saying, Black, is
Right.
you're assuming that, but we're assuming that it was his time. That we're doing
Okay,
assumptions
Right.
on both sides.
but we don't know that because we don't have that factual information.
Yeah, so we
So
don't. We
if
don't.
we are assuming that, we got to assume the other way as well.
Yeah. Both. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Both ways.
Correct.
Both ways.
Equally.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm
Equally.
assuming the other way.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did we finish watching the entire video?
I think so.
We
I
did.
think it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It was
We
like
did watch the
they
whole
were
video.
just fighting. They were just fighting
Yeah.
at the end. I can play the last bit again, but because I definitely want to go to the our self improvement.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
just wasn't
curious.
excuse at the end. Yeah. I'll fight you. I'll fuck you up. It was like it was just that at the end.
Oh my
Amazing.
god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that from the baby. For all that from the
Yeah,
baby.
the baby,
I
man.
want
Hey,
to.
it was right though.
I want to end on this with the subject.
But
I want to end on this on the subject. Because Ronnie brought up statistics when it comes to fathers, and so I want to look it up. Fathers living apart. We're gonna talk about living apart first. Frequency of contact. Among fathers who do not live with their children, Black fathers are the most likely to have regular contact. About 59% of non-resident Black fathers see their children at least once a week, compared to 39% for white fathers and 35% of Hispanic fathers. Daily communication. Roughly half of non-resident Black fathers talk to their children on the phone or via a video chat daily, a higher rate than other demographics. The other thing I wanted to talk about, so we're gonna give the whole picture. Living arrangement by race. So these are fathers that live with their kids. White children, 76% live with both parents.
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic children is 67% with both parents.
Mm-hmm.
Black children are 45% with both parents.
Mm-hmm. And
So that
that's
is what's
a
flowing.
Hold on.
that's
Let
a
her finish.
go
Let her
ahead,
Hold on,
finish.
go
hold on,
ahead
let me
and,
finish.
and go ahead and finish.
Now this is daily involvement, and this goes to resident fathers that live with their kids. Daily involvement. Bathing, dressing, and diapering, Black fathers 70%, white 60, Hispanic 45. Eating meals together, 78% Black fathers, 74 white fathers, 64 Hispanic. Helping with homework, 41% Black fathers, 28 white, 29 Hispanic. And reading to children, 35% Black, 30% white, 22% Hispanic.
That
Okay.
All
standard
right.
don't seem low to
Okay.
me.
Can I say something?
I know that
Go ahead,
because I
Let me
Miss Lynn.
let me
Go ahead, Miss
let
Lynn.
me tell you where the disparity comes in. Let me tell you where the disparity comes in. Ship, read the very first statistic that you gave.
Mhm.
It was
Word for
on
word.
non-resident involvement, fathers living apart.
That part.
Frequency
Non-resident.
yeah.
Read the statistic.
Frequency of contact. Among fathers who do not live with their children, Black fathers are the most likely to have regular contact, about 59%, and white is 39, Hispanic is 35.
Okay, so this
I
is
know
what
she going.
I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. I applaud Black fathers who are stepping up and stepping in and being a part of their father's lives because I know several. I know several, but the disparity comes in non-resident. We have a higher percentage of non-resident
Facts.
Black fathers. Now, the ones that are there, well, the statistics, what you're saying, Ship, the statistics, the ones that are there are stepping up and doing what they're supposed to do, but we have a higher percentage of those that are not there.
For that because I
Well,
looked that
that's
up
Go.
too.
that well,
No, no, no.
well, I gotta look
Tell
Hold
at
you
that.
on,
why
hold
that
on,
is.
hold on, because I don't understand
I
that.
don't think statistics say
No,
this.
no, no. I do. I got it. I
Living arrangement,
I got
living arrangement, living together. Like I said, white is 76, Hispanic is 67, and Black is way behind on that with 45. So living
And
I'm gonna
that's
together
tell
what
you
I'm
why.
talking about.
with
That's
the
what I'm talking
parent
about
is
right there.
lower.
That's the
Why?
disparity. That's the gap. That's the gap. So, what that is saying is that we have way more fathers that are not there, but the ones that are there are doing what
Or
they need to
better.
do.
Yeah.
That's what that says. Period.
I be typing why that is, and I'm gonna tell you why it is.
I'm
Because if
lost.
you
You
That's
can't
not
no,
what
no,
say
I
why
read
that
either.
is because that's going to be an
I
Two
assumption,
things can
just
be
like we've been
true.
doing for
no,
the
no, no,
past
no,
hour and
no,
a
no,
half.
no, no. Listen. I don't talk
Yeah,
about nothing I don't
I
know
get
about.
I
Right?
understand what she's saying. Let me
So no, no.
go
I
ahead. Go ahead,
completely
Flavia.
understand what she's saying. Right? You gotta go look at how that is. Right? What you're looking at and what you're seeing, what you the demographic. She's exactly where she's gonna go with this. Right? The reason why Black fathers aren't in the household is because they weren't allowed to be in the household. It was actually they were for fathers to be in house. It's a gap. It was a big
Mm.
30-year gap that we're feel back when the 80s when came about the household or they weren't gonna get subsidies, right? That
That's
was a
not true.
bubble.
Black men can absolutely be in the household, but
He's
yeah,
saying
you're
back
not going to
then,
be able to
Okay,
get
back then
listen.
they
subsidies.
No, no,
couldn't.
no, no, no.
No, that's
Back
right
then
now
they couldn't.
today.
Listen.
That's right now
No,
today.
listen. No, I'm gonna go look it up. I promise you.
Oh, I ain't got to look it up. I do this every
Now,
day. This is what I do.
okay.
You
Go
talking
look at the
about
history of it when
subsidies?
it
You're
started.
talking about subsidies. Black men are absolutely allowed to be in the household. Yes, be in the household
Today,
with your
what
kids.
he's
But
saying
when it comes
today
to
they can't. Back
subsidies,
then they weren't.
Go look at the history. Back in go start on 65. 60 to realize that when a
It's
gap
all it's been documented.
started from the 60s in 99 2000. That is a
Yep.
30 that we have to start continue to feel. One, we got incarcerated a lot in a higher rate. That's going to freaking stop.
So we making excuses.
What you mean excuses? That was the law. That was how policies were
Okay,
made. There
so
is
so
no
what
Okay,
you're
excuses.
hold on,
saying,
Ronnie.
so
What you
let me
mean?
help, let me make sure I understand, and I
Excuses?
just want to understand you. I just want to
Are you?
understand you correctly. I just want to understand.
Go
No, I
ahead.
just want to understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. So
Yeah.
what you're
Mhm.
saying is that if the mother was to receive subsidies, the black man couldn't be in the household, and that started back in
Yes.
64, 65. That's what you're saying, right?
Go look it up.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
what
Right.
I'm
no,
saying.
no, no.
So the
I'm
black.
not even
So
questioning.
yes.
I'm asking you, is
Right.
that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so how why not the black man be present and just don't receive subsidy? Why not that? So you're making
Because,
excuses. Oh, if
No,
I can't get no subsidy if my man is here. No, okay, well let your man be there. Why let the black father be there and just don't get the subsidy? You're making excuses. Then you talk about, oh, black men was incarcerated at a high rate. What was black men doing to be incarcerated at a higher rate? We're
walking
making
down the street,
excuses.
being
Yeah,
a black
walking
sexual.
down the
man,
That,
street.
Yeah.
yeah,
what we doing
No.
being black people?
we had a lot going on. We had a lot going on more than
All
just
of,
that.
You
all,
gotta go.
all of that's been documented.
Okay, so
But
You
the
gotta go to
but
ones
the
that
positive
wasn't
and loss.
incarcerated for walking down the street should have been at home with the kids.
how you know
They,
they
That
they,
part.
would?
they can be at
Because
home
you
with the
just
kids,
said they couldn't be there if they was
I didn't
receiving
say that.
subsidies.
but
They were not
they have
allowed
to
to
have
be
a
in the
job,
household.
right? They have to get a
You just
job.
said that.
They have to get a
I
job,
said
Okay,
that.
and they have to be able
Okay,
to
so
take care
get
of
a
their family.
job.
It's not. Well, it's not. Now
they
you
was
can
giving
tell
more
right now it's
subsidies
not
than the
that
black man
simple.
was making working.
Oh,
That's
so it
why
was
the
more
woman
convenient.
chose. That's
So
why
it
the
was more
woman chose.
convenient. It
No,
was
that
more
was the woman's
convenient.
choice. That was
It
the
was more
woman's choice.
convenient, is
That
what
was
you're
the woman's
saying.
choice. That was the
It was
woman's
so it
choice.
was all the
That
woman's
was
choice.
no the woman. The woman made that choice.
Oh, so it was all the woman's choice, not the man's.
If
Oh,
she
there
can
you go.
get
I
a
already know where
thousand
she at.
dollars and he was only bringing home 350, I'm pretty sure
So
everybody
so
gonna
That,
make
why
that
wouldn't
choice.
he step up and be a man?
Shit, he couldn't
oh
get the
my God!
job. Come on, this.
I think these are
I'm going
excuses.
back and forth with you on
I'm
something
going
that's
back
Listen,
on
been
mute. I'm going
well
back on mute because you can't
documented.
change my mind on this one.
this the
Okay,
'60s and the
well,
'50s,
just shit,
though.
stay where you at then. If because it's been documented
I'm
for a
over here.
long time. For a long time, it's been
So,
documented. We know this.
so,
But
so
hold on, because I don't want to defend that. I think we got off. We
Y'all
went
making
way off the
excuses.
rocker. No, nobody's making no excuses. No, we not. We not making excuses. But let's go with what this woman was and how this. Can I talk, please? Shipman. This came with this whole conversation is about a black man not living in a house with his father. So you got a woman living in this house and a black man living in this house. When you prove the statistics was in that situation, the black man is 79% in that child's life. Now we want to switch and say, well, what about when two women, I mean, a man and a woman is living in the house together? That statistic is low. That ain't the situation that we're talking about. So statistically, when the black woman and the black man is living apart, statistically, the black man is 20% higher than any other race in that child's life. That is what this entire conversation is about. And statistically, everything that we're talking about proves that we as black men is in our child's lives when the relationship don't work or when we live in two separate households, right or wrong, statistically.
Okay, so
Hold
I'm
on,
talking
I'm
about
asking Ship. I'm asking Ship. He read
Say
it.
it
oh,
again.
okay.
I was
Let me go
produced.
back on mute.
Say it again. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Statistically, in this situation that we're talking about right now,
Mhm.
black man living in one household, black woman living in a house, and they got child. Statistically, it says 79% in that category, 79% of black men is in their child's life, which is
No, no,
20% higher than
no,
anybody else.
for you saying living apart or living together? Living
Living
apart,
apart,
right?
living apart.
It was 59%. 59% for black men, 39% for white fathers, and 35 for Hispanic.
Oh, what?
Being
So
involved.
59%.
Being 59. Being involved. Being involved.
Okay, 20% being involved. Okay.
Being
I
involved.
had the numbers wrong. I
Yeah.
knew it was 20 points higher. I had the numbers wrong. I thought it was 79,
Yeah.
59, but it's
No.
59, 39.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
Micah, go.
So I think we're down this rabbit hole,
Yeah.
but in arguing the same kind of thing. So what should we be doing right? What should they have done? Let's talk about how they should have done it right. So somebody watching us on a pod review, they can say, "Oh, these people who have done this is how they would have done it," right? Like you started off, like the kids shouldn't have been there for that conversation. What should we do right? Because I think we're going at each other, and it's about perspective. And Blackman said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like our worldview is influencing how we're viewing it. Because I seen it a couple ways, and I was like, well, what Grandma was saying, he just a baby daddy. She was invoking gender roles like that, you know, and that's my counselor had. But when I hear it the other way, like they're saying, like I was a single dad, I hear like your ass ain't doing nothing. But again, it's however we view it, and we don't have the whole context. So I just think we should be talking, you know, the thing got really kind of, you know, intense. So I think we should be talking about what's the positive ways to do this, and how should they do that? How should we do co-parenting? And we got so many experts on the line. Let's talk about that.
That's
Over.
I think Vanessa hit it. I think Vanessa hit it already. She talked about they should have like some type of agreement via the court or via themselves. I think she talked about it earlier when she was talking about. I think that's a great way to do it. I mean, I think we kind of hit on a lot of those topics you're talking about. It was like kind of what the fixes could be or should be, and then we was talking about. And then I think other people were talking about. Obviously, the child shouldn't have been there, and grandma shouldn't have been there. I think we all kind of said that already. And in the sense we should do, and I agree with you. Is if we got a problem, we should have the solutions. And I love what you just said. You are absolutely right. We should come up with those situations and be like, you know what? Instead of us digging down these rabbit holes, like what could we have done? What could have been done better, or what should have been done in this situation? And I actually like that way to look at it now. Like that makes a lot more sense. Even if we got a tidbit,
we can fuss all night. We can fuss and argue opinions all night.
Right. Even if we got the tidbits of that information, even if we got the tidbit of information, it's better. It'd be easier for us to say what we could have done right than what we think could have been done on either side, because it's our perspective of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right. So let's OJ, I want to give you, because you've been waiting for a long time and you haven't got a chance to talk. OJ, are you there? Do you have anything to add before we move on?
It says Mike
Can't
still
hear
muted.
you.
It says Mike was muted.
Yeah, go ahead, try it now.
It's still showing muted.
Yeah, there you go.
No, we can hear you. We hear you.
Okay, so
Turn your TV down.
you guys covered everything. Covered a whole lot of the situations. I can say that the grandmother from that video, the grandmother, to me, she was like enabling the son to do whatever he wanted to do, and telling the baby's the mother of the child that she needs to do what she has to do, which it goes both ways. You know, they do need to communicate. They need to have some communication in order for that child. The grandmother says she's not the babysitter. The way I grew up, it didn't matter. The grandmother always came and picked up the child. That's just me. That's just how my family worked. Back in the 60s and 70s, it was law that the father couldn't be in the house if the mother wanted to get benefits. That's why there were no black men in the house, because they figured that, okay, if the government's going to take care of my child, I'll move out. But where you going to move out to? And that's why we was in the streets or locked up. So, I mean, you guys covered all the aspects of it in this hour and a half going back and forth. You know, I enjoyed it.
Thank you, my brother.
Next topic.
All right, let's lighten the mood some. Like I said, I didn't even think that was going to take that long, to be honest with you. I think that definitely, I ain't gonna say got away from us, because it was a great conversation, and I think we had a lot of comments from the people watching. Again, if you're watching, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Please share it on your Facebook page if you don't mind, because we're trying to continue to grow the community. But so again, this podcast today is supposed to be about us learning, coming up with goals and finding ways to achieve them and holding each other accountable. So with that being said, we're going to move on to that. The first thing I want to talk about is the goal that I want to have personally for the Shipwreck podcast. As you know, we had last week's episode and we went down, we talked about the Hall of Fame for the rock and roll. I was punished this weekend by having to listen to Sade for 3
That
days
wasn't
in
no
a row.
punishment.
Sade,
That was a
Sade, Sade.
that was a
That's all I
blessing.
had. That's all I heard. That's all I heard was Sade. I mean, she put me to sleep. I will say that she did her job. She definitely did her job.
He even heard Sade on the golf course.
Yeah, I did.
On the golf course. Every second we
Good
saying
job, Black.
Sade.
That's
Every
my
second.
guy.
I heard it everywhere. But what I came out of last week's pod realizing was the not just the travesty of Mariah Carey not being not being in, but the fact that Babyface hasn't even been nominated to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And so with that being said, the first goal that I want the podcast to have for us as a whole collective, as a community, is we're going to help Babyface get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we're going to do that by starting a petition. Here is our petition. Hold on, I'm trying to bring it up. Where is it at? Share this time. There we go. There we go. There's our petition right there. I will have the link for everybody. I have it right now. I'm gonna put it in the group. I didn't want to put it out until after we actually started. So it will be in the comments on both Facebook and on YouTube that this is for us to get Babyface into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So we can sign a petition. I have written down all of his accolades, from starting with the 1980s. I didn't realize that he has 13 Grammys. The man has 13 Grammys and he has sold over 800 million. Let me say that again. 800 million records. And he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he just won a Grammy 2 years ago. If y'all can believe that. He just won another Grammy 2 years ago and he's still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that is what I want us to do as a whole, as a collective, as a community, to get Babyface into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, at least get him nominated. And I think once he's nominated, he'll have no choice but to get in.
Who is Babyface?
See, there we go.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith.
He talking junk. Listen, he just that's a good one.
That was perfect.
So again, I'm that is out there, but so that'll begin our start. That'll start us off, like I said, as a collective on a community. But now we're gonna get a little vulnerable, and I know we're gonna go long on this because I'm gonna start with myself, and I'm gonna write down. I'm actually I got my phone out so I can write down all of our goals that we can come to every week. So my plan is to spend at least 20 minutes a pod of us going over our goals that we set for ourselves and to actually see where we at. Did we make our goals? Did we not make our goals? And this came to me because I have taken Dr. Kenneth Nichols' class. I'm hoping to have him on next week. I got to get a hold of him, and he does a leadership and mentoring class, and it's outstanding. If you ever get a chance to do it, it's absolutely an outstanding class. And we in the class, I took the class with my brother Micah and my sister Mika, and we had to hold each other accountable. And I need to do a refresher. I need to start listening to those tapes all over again because I need to improve myself on improving where I came from and where I was at when I was taking that class. So with that being said, I'm gonna go first on the things that I wanted to improve on, and I'm gonna leave it up to the group. And if you're not actually on the pod, you can put stuff in the comments of what your goals want to be, and I'm gonna write it down, and then we'll talk about that in the next pod to see if you can address it as well. So again, this is completely up to you individually. If you have something that you want to be held accountable on, if you don't, but this is the Shipwrecks Accountability Challenge that's going to go for 90 days. So here go mine. Put it in better. I'm gonna just do it this way so everybody can see it better. All right, my goals, personal and business. My personal goals is I need to get my media room as well as my game room together. I got all kinds of jerseys, all kinds of posters that I need to put up, and I just haven't done it. And I've been in this house for 6 years now, and I still haven't gotten my daggone room together. I need to get that together, as well as to finish off my gym and get that back in order. The big one for me is the Fit at 50. it is I want to lose 25 more pounds. And actually, these things for me actually intertwine. The Fit and 50 is going to help some of my business goals. So I want to lose 25 more pounds. And the best way I know to do, one of the ways I know I need to do that is I need to drink more and drink less at the same time. And what I mean by that is I need to improve by drinking more water. And I started that at the beginning of this week. I'm trying to get to a gallon a day. Right now I'm about right around a half a gallon a day. And I need to just drink less alcohol. So that's gonna be a huge one for me because I'd like to drink, not gonna lie. The other thing that I want to do is prepare boxing. I got to get in shape because the next time I get to Houston, I'm fighting my brother Jonathan. I'm gonna whip his ass. He ain't on here. I'm gonna talk all the shit I want to. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna dig in his ass. So I'm looking forward to that. But I gotta find a gym. I've been looking for gyms and went to one today, but they're not even open. Gyms aren't like how they used to be back in the day where they would just open all the time, like 24 hours, not 24 hours, but like doing regular business hours. Now it's like they just do classes and they open and close. And I want more than that. Basketball. I want to start going in a basketball league. And hopefully I'll be able to do that as well. My business goals is I want to need to create more content. I need to actually start watching these pods more and finding the greatest moments from them and putting them out there. I think that'll be a good idea to do. This goes back to my Fit at 50. I didn't want to secure a new life insurance policy. And I know if I lose the weight and get the weight down, that'll make my policy much cheaper. I want to get into acting again because now I'm about to graduate from my current job. I want to need some other hobbies and stuff like that. And I want acting to be one of those things that I want to do as well. And last but not least is to establish my nonprofit organization. My sister Mika is willing to help me with that. So overall, I need to fix my damn life. That's the base. That's the big bottom line to it. I was look at it like so. With that being said, I wanted to open the floor to whoever would like to go next. So I will say it before. So those are my long-term goals. I'm gonna start with, like I said, drinking more water, drinking less alcohol. So I'm gonna watch the draft without drinking any alcohol. I watched the Sixers game yesterday without a beer. You know what I mean? So doing just trying to improve my health. And need to start actually getting in the gym, working out. That's my mission for this week was get my mind right week and research and do stuff. Next week is to actually put more things into action. So those are some of my goals. And so what I know I'm going to do for next week is I'm going to by next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing 50 push-ups a day and 50 sit-ups a day, as well as continue to drink water and sign up for some type of gym somewhere as far as start boxing. That's my personal goals. Would anybody else like to go next?
I give you a suggestion about your plan. You can
All
do
right.
like what Herschel Walker used to do. It's real easy. I actually tried it before, and it actually does work. Like I don't know if you like watch it or not, but like every commercial, you can do five.
Okay.
Do five. You can flop. You can and you can do
Mhm.
that for like a show. Like so that way, by the end of the show, commercial.
Well, we got to come up with something better than
Just like
that. We got to come up with something better than this, commercials.
no. I'm just saying like
Only
anything.
reason I'm saying commercials. Only reason
Yeah,
I'm saying commercial
yeah,
is I stream everything. I'm very bougie at this point.
yeah,
The
yeah,
only commercials I see is on Amazon, and that's because I'm trying to get one of my kids to pay for the $2 extra a month. I haven't got anybody to buy off on it yet, so I'm gonna have to come
yeah.
up with
So,
maybe
No ads, baby. No
so,
ads. Time is
no
money.
ads. Yeah, yeah.
so
I don't watch any ads. Uh,
no, I'm just saying like I'm just throwing that out as
yeah, yeah. I appreciate it though, but
find something in your
that's a
show
good
that you
one.
watch, other word or every
Yeah.
minutes or so like that. Stop it and do your thing, whatever. That usually helps you out because before you know it, I mean, at the end of the show, you've been and did 50 push-ups or 50 jump jacks, probably
Mhm.
both. But just find something like that to do. For me,
Hey, buddy.
I like the gym part because I need to get into the gym because my wife she's been in the gym like thoroughly and she be on me about it. And I need to get back. I need to get back down. Or actually, I'm an idea where I need to get back to
Tone
my
up.
freaking working out. Yeah, working out. So that's a good thing. I got to get back on up for our community thing that we had on the street, which I suppose did months ago. And my wife be on me every day about it. So goal of mine. it's now. I mean, if you're doing a nonprofit, I really need. I love to jump on that because that's actually something that can. That's you can build a lot of things with that. So yeah, definitely
Mhm.
let me be involved with that portion of it. I'm gonna put that in my goal portion of it. And my last thing would be is just to listen more and talk less.
All right, we can all hold you accountable on that one.
So all hold you accountable on that one.
Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to help me out with that, baby. I'm so serious.
Hey, Ronnie, what's gonna be the signal? What's the signal then? What's the signal? Hey, forehead, what we doing? Tug the ear.
Hey, listen.
The safe
Hey,
word is
whatever it is,
Roscoe.
listen. Just do what you normally do. Y'all been knowing me for a long time. Shit, say what y'all gotta say. Say, shut the fuck up, Ronnie.
No, cause hey, Ronnie, when we say that, you're gonna be like, hold on, listen, listen.
No,
Wait, listen.
I think
You
we
gonna all
should
be
all
saying,
do
shut the
that.
fuck up, Ronnie. Hold on, listen though. Wait though.
I think we should all collectively go like this, one hand like this, and you see all of us like this, you'll know that's what it means. We should
I
all
like
just
it,
do just
Keith.
like that.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll talk about the so we got to break this down into little bits and pieces. What do you think you can do this week? So I would say for the nonprofit, do you know exactly what you want your nonprofit to be? And if so, come up with your mission statement. Okay, so that's what you need to
Yeah.
do. What's your non? So next week, what your nonprofit is going to be, and what's the name of your nonprofit? All right. And we got listen more and talk less and gym. So with the gym, you want to say you're going to start looking for a gym to go to? You're going to sign up for a gym?
Sanity got up the street. That's literally up the
Okay.
street. I've been talking about. I'm gonna sign up. Be at the gym all the time. Like gotta get. I'm like, I ain't done that shit. So I really need to get into it.
All right. So sign up for the gym, listen more, talk less, nonprofit, come up with what you want to do and name.
Yep.
All right. All right. We got it. Let me see. Anybody else want to go next? Anybody else want to come in?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, shout out to Nico's leadership and LMI. My
Yes.
cohort was Ship and Mika. So check that out. I see you dusting off the stuff. You're right. We need accountability partners. I fell off once we were not connecting and checking in every week. So I'm going back to my goals. So by 55, well, the month that I turned 55 in December this year, I will have run another half marathon. That was
Ooh.
one of my things. So that entails the pre-training starting this week. So we'll be doing at least 3 body weight trainings through the week per week, and right now I have to Google, the how much time I need to my run schedule. So I'll do that later. So the other thing, I got inspired with golf. Shout out to Black Tips Golf Association, CEO Blackman right there. So we had us out there playing golf. It was so much fun. So I want to, by the end of the next pod, I'll have identified a trainer or a class I can go to learn all my grips and all that stuff. So that's my other goal.
All right. That sounds good. And I'm scared to say it, but I really want to do the half marathon with you. I have never run anything more than a 5K. And I did couch the 5K like shoot, I was still big then. I was like 270, 285, somewhere in there. And I
Yeah.
did couch the 5, and it actually worked. I was able to run. It took me 45 minutes to do a 5K, but that was still, I mean,
Yeah.
I felt so accomplished when I was finished it.
Right.
And what'd you say, CO?
Third
Okay,
point we.
you know, yeah, that's a long time. I ain't gonna say I'm able to run 13 point something miles, but I think I can do it. So
Yes, you can. Yes, you can walk.
yeah, walk around. So,
We can do that shit.
all right, Eddie, I'm in with
I'm
you. I'm gonna
in
have
that.
marathon with you. That'll help me. That'll help me too.
All right. Yeah, they usually do a December run at OUC out here. It's a flat course downtown, so it's not like crazy. So yeah. So I'm hoping to do that one this year.
All right. All right, so for this week, you got 3 times body weight per week and your golf trainer. And then you're gonna start your half marathon training.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me see. OJ, he's on there. OJ, you on here? Okay. I didn't know if you had anything. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to be held accountable for or anything?
Me, just I say me, just learning Spanish.
That's a good one.
I keep saying I'm going to do it, going to do it. So I don't know. I need to do it.
All right. I got Babbel. I haven't used it as much as I actually haven't used it much at all. But Babbel does a lifetime thing for like a couple
Okay.
$100, and you got it for and it's for all kinds of languages. It's about 20 or 30 different
Okay.
languages. So I would say look at that, and if you can look, you can find all kinds of discounts, codes for it, and stuff like that
Okay.
as well. So Babbel's a good one. And also if you want somebody personable or personal, my daughter-in-law can probably help you because actually Candace was talking to her about
Okay.
doing that, becoming a
Okay.
Spanish tutor
Okay.
because she's teaching Cinco now.
Okay.
So that may be somebody else. So what would you like your goal to be for next week?
Start. At least start.
Start start at Ola. You
Start.
starting
Yeah.
at Ola? All right.
Keith, how long you been in Texas?
Whole life.
Oh, okay.
That made no sense though. That's what I said all the time too. Here all
No,
the time.
no, I get it. I get it. If you don't have to, you won't. Yeah.
Yeah, I got all kind of friends. I just can't believe it. I need to start.
Yeah. Miss B, I see you on here. You're back on. I don't know if you know it or not.
Ship, I'm a,
Try to talk. Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw my name in there as well on the accountability, and shouts out to Ken uh, on that leadership part. But for me, I definitely want to lose some weight and get in better shape. And I've been procrastinating and putting it off. But my wife Mika, she done hit the ground running since this weekend. And and my daughter in the background talking, me too. So I got to jump on board.
Your light is out, Black. You real dark. All we see is
Hold on,
teeth, literally.
There he is.
it's
There
getting
he is.
dark
There you
out
go.
there. But uh,
I thought you were
I'm gonna
making
join
steak.
you at 25 pounds as well. I was debating 20 or
Okay.
25, but I'm gonna say 25. I do
All
want to
right.
get better at golf. I can't say I'm gonna break 80 or break 90, but I want to continue to get better. My goal was to play golf at least once a week and practice 2 to 3 times a week. So that's my personal goal with golf. Um, and I'm gonna do same thing you're doing with 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups a day. I'm gonna jump on that
All
as
right.
well. So um, those are going to be my goals. So the ultimate goal, 90 days, 25 pounds, and daily goals is get in the gym at least 3 times a week. And I want to do 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups every day.
All right. Got you.
Black, can I ask you about the
All right.
golf? I always want to do it, but I always say I don't have any clubs. It's too expensive
Man,
to go and all
I,
this kind of stuff. When did you start?
I've been playing golf since 97, but I stopped. I stopped once I joined the FAA. I stopped playing golf. And I
Okay.
had in probably 20 years, I played golf maybe twice. But 2 years ago, no, I think about 3 years ago now, I picked my clubs back up, but I blew my back out, so I had to stop for about a year.
Uh,
Uh, and I'm just getting back into it maybe 6 months ago, and I'm still searching for my swing again. So it's been a challenge to try to find out how I used to swing or create the swing now. Since I'm older, I
right.
can't
Right.
swing like I used to. So trying to develop my swing now, what they call a repetitive swing, where
Mm.
you can, predict pretty much what the ball is gonna do. So I'm still working on that. And I would tell everybody you just gotta get out there. Uh, there's things that you can do but if you truly into it, go find you a coach.
Okay.
And starts with the grip. You can read a book on a proper grip. It's a book I recommend, Five Lessons of Golf by Ben Hogan. I done probably bought that book about 6 times, and I keep giving it out because everybody who tell me they're interested, I get them my book. And that's kind of how I started, was the Five Lessons of Golf. It taught me my basic swing, and I kept that swing until I put my clubs down somewhere around '03, '04. And I still have I still have that swing, but it's so much has changed since then that the new golfers and the new swing that they're teaching is totally different. And I'm like telling myself, okay, let's do what everybody else is doing. Because if you follow Tiger 90 some or 97, 98 swing is totally different than Tiger 2018, 2020 swing, because he started to dip his head a lot. But
Okay.
everybody dipped their head because they dip down and come back up. And that's what a lot of golfers do now. And I'm trying to do that shit. And I'm like, bump this. I'm going back to my old swing. Because everything was more, my lower body was more stationary, which created less opportunities for error. If I can keep my lower body stationary, then it just matter of returning my hands, which my hands is an extension of the club, everything right back to the same spot where it started. And it was a lot easier. So it's a lot of thoughts on a swing out there now. So, but I tell anybody, if you're just starting out, go get some lessons, and that way you can learn the basic, and you can always build on that.
Okay. Okay.
I just said
Hey,
Eddie
black,
and
uh,
Alfred. Go ahead.
hey, just for I know you said don't do sit up that bad for you, especially for your back issues. The better thing for your core is doing planks and start at like
Right,
10,
right.
15
Okay.
seconds.
All right.
I agree, and
No,
I'm glad you thought of that because
yeah,
you're right. It
yeah.
does mess with my back. Uh, I can do about a minute 30-second plank right now. So,
Don't
uh,
just for 30-second pieces. When you do your jump or
yeah,
just hold your plank at 30 seconds. That'll your core grow. I mean, get stronger way fast, and it's less stress on your. I got a back my back fucked up too. But
yeah,
that's one of the first
mine
things
is
they said is
jacked
don't do
up.
sit ups. Like, do not do sit
Yeah.
ups.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that because no sooner I would have got down there and did it, I would have been like, nah, shit, I can't do sit
All right.
ups.
So
So
we'll go to
yeah,
plank. I'm good with
we'll
plank.
do planks. All
A
right, push ups and planks.
minute and a half a day.
Yeah, minute and a half a day is fine.
All right. We'll start with that. Okay.
Cool. Keep going back to the clubs and everything has been expensive. I recommend I don't buy brand new clubs.
Okay. Okay.
I always buy them used, and you can get them in great condition used. I was sending you the websites that I use. I just sent it to Ed and Peanut today,
Okay.
because they I know that they wanted to get it more into golfing. And eBay is a good source as well.
Okay.
A lot of times I get golf stuff from Japan. It's a lot cheaper over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
with eBay, it's free shipping most of the time. So it's just gonna take about 2 weeks to get here. But I get a lot of stuff from there. So eBay, and I'll send you the other two websites that I use. And I know there's a PGA store up there. PGA store. You can go there and they got a used golf club section. And I just bought a backup set. Well, it's really not a backup set, but I got tired of my new set that I purchased a couple years ago. I couldn't hit them. So I went and got an older set that I know I was comfortable with back in early 2000. I went and got an older set and I paid 125 for all my irons. And that's like unheard of for and they was great. They in great condition. But you can get all your irons for, I would say, don't spend no more than $150 for your pitching wedge or 9 iron all the way to a 4 or 3.
Okay.
So all 7 or 8 clubs and your driver and your woods, you can buy all of that stuff used. So I wouldn't go spend no $1,000 on no clubs right now.
You speaking
Uh,
another language to me in all those clubs. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, we will talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
It,
That
it,
sounds
it
good.
it's not it's all that stuff is not hard to figure out and not
Okay.
hard to learn.
Okay.
But just don't go buy no brand new club. And as
Okay.
far as uh paying to play golf, they got a lot of public courses that some of them you can go to, especially your first tee courses and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
might can get on those for 40, $50 around. But
Okay.
right now it's just trying to learn how to hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought the first time I hit a ball back in '97, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this damn white ball, and I'm gonna be playing professional in about a year. Just give me a year, I'm gonna get it. Man, I swung at that golf ball the first time. It took me 7 tries before I finally hit that ball, and that's how hard golf is.
Right, right.
It is super duper. It's not as easy as it looked. So I welcome everybody because I think as golf is one of the only sports we can play when we 70, 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we not young no more. And I picked up golf for that reason because I wanted to find something that I could play until my retirement.
Yeah.
And it's a gentleman's sport. And last Friday was the first time we as a group got together, and I've been wanting to do this for many, many, many years. And I'm looking forward to the next one. And I'll put you on the list.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yep.
So is that it? Anybody else have anything they want to be held accountable for? Go ahead. Come on. Come on. Come on,
Sorry, you
Shantae.
can't really see my face, but yeah. So I'm kind of the same with you. 49 came and I was not where I wanted to be and said I'm not going into 50 in this shape that I'm in. So I've already started. Actually, I'm down 16 pounds already.
Congrats.
So yeah, I think I've mastered the calorie deficit by pretty much eating the same thing every day. So I'm okay with that. That's fine. My goal is to start pumping some iron. So I want to do that maybe 3 days out of the week. Um, I don't necessarily have like a number. I just want to get rid of bat wings and all that other stuff. So yeah, and I'm noticing there's a couple women on here too. I think so. The menopausal word. I need to find out what is going to work for me because getting the weight off in this age is difficult with that menopausal word. And so I've got to figure that part out. Other than that, I'm also kind of aligned with you as well on content, creative content, because I enjoy doing content for our travel content, but it has become so time consuming at one point that I just kind of stopped. But I really do enjoy it, and I'd like to start that back up as well.
Okay.
So what that looks like right now, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to start back up and build that creativity back up because I really did enjoy it.
All right. And so what do you would like your goals to be for next week?
For next week, 3 times out of the week of some kind of weight training.
Okay. All right. And for content creation, maybe um maybe just take one. Maybe take your favorite trip that you just went on this past that y'all just went on. Take your favorite day of that trip
Okay.
and make a quick short or something like that to put out on TikTok or
Okay.
Or like
Or
future
or
ideas.
Do that.
yeah, or Shantae, you can just say, I'm gonna work on it 15 minutes a day. I'm working on my content 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day. I'm gonna
Mhm.
set aside 30 minutes a day to do this. So that's another goal that you can do.
For
Yeah.
sure. And it's not that I don't feel like I have the time. I let it consume my time. So I'm spending a lot of time on it and I noticed it, which is why I took a step back.
You need LMI.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get him on this next pod because I think he'll be excellent to have on.
Yes, because
Run
once
that.
you go through that class, you'll understand how not to take so much time or allow things to consume so much time when it shouldn't.
Okay.
It's really, really a great class. I took it probably about a year before Ship them did, and I told everybody y'all gotta take it.
Okay.
Got to. It will open your
Like,
eyes to a lot of things. And even my wife,
yeah,
when I took it, okay, we will. I
yeah.
had my wife take it because I'm like, babe, you're wasting a lot of time throughout the day. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I say, yes, you are. After she took that class, actually during the class, she was like, babe, I waste a lot of time. And I'm like, I know. Because I did the same thing. When I went through it, I was like, holy crap, I didn't realize how much time I'm wasting.
Yeah.
Because we just get consumed and caught up in small activities that really don't matter.
Mm.
So we'll get it to you I get it. Yeah, I get it to you.
Okay.
Definitely need, man. That's I'm glad you said something like, man, time. That's gonna help out a lot.
It's gonna help a
Time
lot.
management.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
and
help a
that's
lot.
what it is. It's time management, and it's an outstanding
Yeah.
class. It truly is. But like I said, this is us me doing a refresher of it. I'm gonna start listening to the classes as well, and this is the accountability that I know I personally need to get on track and do what I need to do. So,
Yeah.
if
It's
anybody's watching, I don't know.
I go.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Ronnie. When I hang up, I'll send it to you when we get off.
yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Dr. Ken Nichols. Go ahead, Vanessa.
I
The
know,
floor is yours.
man. Serve together.
Um,
I know Ken.
Hmm.
so um the last 16, 18 months or so, I have really fallen off on what I'm calling self-care. And my therapist called me out about it a couple weeks ago. And she gave me homework, and I'm gonna tie that into this.
Hmm.
And I haven't been meditating like I normally do, and I haven't been doing um, things that I really care about. I've been putting them on the back burner to focus on my kids and my finances and my health and like those kind of things. So my hobbies have kind of fallen off. So the things I want to be held accountable for is I want to make sure I'm meditating every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. I was up to like where I would sit there for like over a half hour, um, and feel wonderful. And now I can't hold a thought in my head for enough to close my eyes. So I want to really get back into finding like that peace within myself before I start my day, and um, confronting issues without that balance internally.
Hmm.
And then something that I really, really care about that I have put on the back burner for almost 2.5 years, um, is I wrote a book,
Really?
and I've got 130,000 words. It is novel length, and I need to clean it up. I need to read it again myself and get it ready for somebody to edit and like beta read. And I need to, like, I put a decade of work and research